Hello, welcome to your all signs reading. We're doing air, earth, water, and fire. Starting with Cancer. Cancer, this may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Cancer placements in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for a Cancerian with those placements, and let me also include 7th house, then this might be a reading that may resonate with you. Keep in mind, Cancer Nation, that this reading is general and that not everything that is said in the reading may apply to you. Take what genuinely resonates for you and leave the rest. Please don't be distracted by details that do not apply to your situation. Instead, if you would like to book a reading on my website, you can, of course, book at angelicsascensionstarot.com. Lastly, as usual, Cancer, we're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. If that's not your thing, then feel free to click off this reading if it becomes uncomfortable, because we're going to talk about some topics that might be sensitive. Let's get it, Cancer Nation. Let's see what might be going on in your situation, Cancer. Some of you are Cancer moon, by the way. Cancer is your moon sign rather than your sun sign or the person that we're talking about. Cancer, some of you are dealing with someone who has a drinking problem, smoking addiction, especially if this is an elder, because it looks like your reading has something to do with parent-child situations, especially if there's been some sort of conflict, an ongoing conflict with someone, or you're dealing with someone. Some of you, this isn't your story. You're connected to someone and this might be their story. Yep. Highlighted in your reading is Gemini, a Sagittarius, and Aries. We got Aries twice. Some of you, the conflict is at work this week, Cancer Nation. It seems like you're really, you're busy this week. You're really trying to get your money up. Cancers are cross watchers. Maybe some of you are in the military, or you're connected to someone who is, or maybe, quite frankly, somebody in your energy is a drill sergeant. Maybe you feel like you're dealing with somebody who is bossy, who wants to kind of tell you what to do. Cancer, a cross watcher. You might feel that way anyway. Somebody's a musician. Somebody either sings, they play an instrument, or maybe just music is your first love. Seems like you're healing from something. Cancer is a cross watcher. Cancers, it seems like this week you're kind of just isolating yourself. Either you are or somebody around you is. And it seems like somebody is spiraling out of control. It's like whatever this addiction is. And for some of you, it's depression, where depression could be spiraling out of control. You might be noticing red flags with someone having to do with their mental health. Wow. As soon as I pick up the deck, Spirit guys don't waste no time. Cancer is a cross watcher. You might feel like there's a lot of eyeballs on you, Cancer. Maybe you're feeling a bit self-conscious. You might be noticing that there's a lot of people that I don't know, if you do something online, possibly dealing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, somebody cannot stand you. I don't want to start off the reading like that. We're going to go back to that. Or maybe that's just how you're feeling about somebody that maybe you're having conflict with. Maybe this is the reason that somebody is spiraling. You feel very criticized, Cancer, or cross watcher. Or there's a child that feels very criticized by a parent or coworker. Think that maybe somebody does want to talk to you this week, Cancer, because it looks like somebody's trying to come and talk to you. It's more than one person for some of you. For some of you, it's the person that you've had ongoing conflict with. Maybe they might be trying to reach out and touch you. Reach out and get a hold of you. Maybe somebody does want to touch you. Anyway, I think somebody is trying to reach out to you, but maybe they just don't know what to say. I think that maybe it might be hard for you to tell whether or not somebody has remorse. You might feel like somebody is not really, maybe somebody did something to you and maybe they didn't apologize. You feel like somebody took the easy way out after you had gotten charged and triggered, because it looks like somebody's really good at that. Somebody's really good at going for the jugular or saying some things that really hurt. And it seems like right now, maybe you're just having a difficult time getting over that this week. It seems like you can't stand the sight of somebody's face. Maybe you feel that there's someone, Cancer, that's defending their actions, even though they know that they're dead wrong. For some of you, this is ongoing with a family member. For some of you, a family member is getting in touch with you this week. We're talking about any relationship. This could be parent-child, but it seems like that's what's really highlighted here. But it can go, it can be platonic or romantic. It seems like maybe there's guesswork to try to figure out what somebody needs or what they want. Somebody this week is not communicating, and it seems like it's all left up to interpretation. And for some of you Cancers, you might feel like you just don't really do a good job at picking partners. You might feel like you choose people, whether they're partners or friends or whomever. You might feel like you repeatedly choose people who backstab you. And that's why this week I think that maybe you're deciding to kind of be choosy about who you spend your time with. This Gemini will not stay out of your reading. It looks like maybe you're Gemini Cancer cusp, maybe. Or you're dealing with somebody that has Gemini placements. You got some difficult decisions to make this week. Your confidence has been shot in some sort of way, Cancer Nation. It seems like it's returning this week because of some sort of clarity that you get about things. You might be reassessing some priorities, and maybe you feel like relationships are not a priority. So maybe you're deciding instead to concentrate on your work. I mean, somebody might feel like you're ignoring them because, like I mentioned to you, somebody is trying. Somebody that you might feel criticizes everything that you do. They're trying to get in touch with you. Maybe this week you're good 1 minute, you're fighting the next with this person. So maybe it's just kind of difficult for you to figure this person out. The difficult decisions feels like it has something to do with your career. Okay, looks like you've got some choices in front of you, but maybe you're not sure what to do, especially about this earth sign, who could possibly be a Capricorn and could possibly be someone that has a gambling addiction. Somebody absolutely does not know where they stand with you, Cancer, a cross watcher. And maybe you feel like it's just too much to be around someone, possibly a Taurus. So yeah, this is why you're keeping your distance. Somebody doesn't know, Cancer. Let's see, what is this about? Yeah, that's the problem. It feels like one person feels like they've made way too many sacrifices in this situation, whether it's you or the cross watcher, Cancer, to feel like they're taken advantage of. So it seems like someone may go a period of time without taking any type of actions towards you, without saying anything. And this is the week that they might. If they don't say anything, trust and believe they're watching you. Possibly. And here it comes right back out again, a fire sign. Or this is you, the Cancer Leo. You are not talking to them, Cancer, a cross watcher. Somebody is possibly watching you online. Somebody wants to see what you're saying, okay? I don't know. It feels like somebody feels like you said something behind their back, Cancer, a cross watcher. On to some other things that might be going on. Some of you Cancers, a cross watcher, you got some sort of, if it's not you, Cancer, like it could be somebody around you, like I mentioned several times at this point. I'm only reiterating it because it seems like some people missed the fact that I've said it in the first place. Anyway, some of you, somebody's under some sort of criminal investigation. So there could be a situation where there could maybe be a social worker involved in your situation. It seemed like some sort of government worker is coming to your house for some of you, or going to the house of somebody that you're dealing with. You got some sort of legal matter. Maybe this is where you're waiting for someone to make a decision. So somebody might be following up with you about some sort of legal matter, civil matter, Cancer, a cross watcher. It looks like you're going to be thinking a lot about your past. And it seems like it's your thoughts that's triggering you. If it's not you, then it's somebody. Self-love, self-loathing. Something's going to cause you to dig real deep. Cancer or cross watcher. It seems like there's been some things that you've been suppressing for the longest. And now it seems like it's time for those things to come up. So you might feel a gamut of emotions. 1 minute you're laughing, 1 minute you're crying. That's what I mean. You got to have Gemini in your chart. What's going on? What is this? You're dealing with a love relationship. It doesn't even have to be this. This could be a family member. Somebody's like a runaway. Either somebody's not really spending a lot of time at home. Someone could be running from talking to you about something, confronting the real issue. It's like they're dodging it. And you feel like you have to chase someone down for a conversation. Or maybe some of you are in a relationship and somebody just wants freedom. They just want to run wild for a while. They don't want to commit. They don't want to give you any answers. So maybe this week, maybe that's the elder that I was saying in your reading. Maybe you are talking to an elder about something that maybe you're going through, or this is, like I mentioned to you, a child. You might be talking to an elder that you trust, or a child may be coming to talk to an elder about something because maybe they feel like, I don't know, like maybe that's where the tension is. Maybe it's at home. What is this about this curse? Maybe for some of you Cancerians, it's just hard for you to really forget and let go. Connect with your emotions. Confirmation of what I said. This just might be a very emotional week. Maybe you wish that someone would tap in more so with their emotional side. You might feel that somebody is kind of deceptive, or they kind of avoid emotional situations, emotional topics. Seems like you have a particular talent, Cancer, that maybe you're getting back to. I mentioned to you earlier, singing, dancing, you're a performer, this sort of thing. You make music, you write music. It looks like maybe there's some snakes that you're going to be recognizing around you, Cancer. Or somebody could be viewing you as the snake. You're going to be making some plans about some things this week, but it might be kind of hard for you to focus, Cancer, because of some distractions. There's definitely a witch involved in your situation, except a white witch doesn't do black magic. Maybe it has something to do with protection. Okay. Maybe this is a witch doing this to another witch. Somebody has their eye on you. And because they have their eye on you, Cancer, they got their eye on your money. So maybe chances are this is not you and the feelings that you're going through. You see what I mean by somebody's watching you? Could be at work. I think this is competition. And I think that this is somebody with a self-loathing issue. And I think somebody is watching you with a lot of sadness and anger. I mentioned to you, for some of you, this is the person that you're having conflict with. That's the person that's watching you with all this anger. But I think that for some of you, you have an envious situation with someone. For some of you, this is because something that you see online, you hear something online, something that maybe somebody, they could have said to your face, but they say it behind your back. Cancers, you might discover that. You're going to get something to do here with insurance. Some of you, somebody passed, and maybe you might be looking into some insurance, or somebody around you is sick and it causes you to go look into maybe getting insurance. But I definitely feel like there's something here to do with car insurance. What's going on with Cancers, spirit guides? You're going to have some opportunities to change your financial situation. Even though you might have some drama going on in the background. Gosh, it's like as soon as I pull more cards, I see more about this. And I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this negativity that's in your reading. But it's somebody's confirmation. But anyway, we already know that you got some sort of witchcraft involved. Some sort of witchcraft involved in your situation. Somebody might be going on a tirade around you. Somebody just had a bit too much to drink. Somebody might be spilling the beans, or they might be saying a lot of things that maybe they wouldn't say when they were sober. Cancer or cross watcher. What's this thing with this curse situation? Somebody might be getting to the hospital, might be noticing a lot of ambulance lights. Or your ancestors definitely step up for you this week. Might be getting your nails done, Cancer. What's going on? I think you already know about this. This whole thing about witchcraft. If this is your story, you would already know what this is about. And who this is, very likely. Anyway, somebody might be saying something. That's what I mean. There it is. It's the witchcraft. Somebody's trying to bind somebody. I mentioned to you, it's your money. Cancers. You might be noticing a lot of coincidence around you. Coincidental numbers, repeating numbers, or running into people just as you're thinking about them. Somebody might be making a phone call, that sort of thing. Coincidences this week. You're moving on from something. You might realize this week, Cancer, that it's necessary to move on to something, but it seems like you're clinging to something very tightly, even though maybe you feel like something in your life is just not working. I think for a majority of you, this is a relationship with someone else. It could even be a relationship with yourself. You might have some challenging times, Cancer, this week, but it seems like if you dig deep and trust yourself to make the right decisions rather than second guessing everything that you're doing, then it seems like that might make this week go about a little bit easier. You're definitely career driven, very focused on what it is that you're working on, because it looks like you've been waiting for something to come in, something to come to fruition. There's something that really means a lot to you, and you're kind of waiting for things to come together. Somebody in your situation is sad. They're going through a depression and they're isolating themselves. But besides that, I don't think that you're dealing with romantic relationships this week. I think that you're realizing what your potential is when it comes to a particular gift that you have or some sort of hobby that you're into. You're deciding to put a lot of energy into that. Maybe you're trying something completely new for the first time. But either way, Cancer Nation or Cross Watcher, you're going to start to feel like yourself again this week, towards the end of the 7 days. There's something that you go into the weekend at the beginning of the week without clarity. Before this week is over, you gain clarity about whatever that thing is. But it definitely feels like you might be detaching from certain people because you're seeing the truth of certain situations. I think some of you Cancers, you deal in divination. Maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you're a psychic of some sort, or you're just a very good judge of character. You can kind of see other people's situations and help them to maybe guide them or warn them about people who shouldn't be in their energy. But when it comes to you, you might feel like you have a hard time kind of weeding people out. So there may be someone in your energy this week that comes and points a particular situation out to you. Some of these conflicts that could be happening, they're not worth your time, Cancer or Cross Watcher. So it's up to you to decide if you're going to be kind of choosy about whatever type of battle that you get yourself into. Yeah. It might be time to take the armor off, Cancer. If you really want to get to the bottom of what's really going on deep inside of someone, somebody's coming in the situation dressed in armor, like they're going into battle. Something's going to require vulnerability. And maybe that's the issue this week. Maybe this is why you're avoiding someone, because you feel like they just cannot seem to be vulnerable and open up. So you might continue to avoid this person that you feel is addicted. For some of you, this is a gambling addiction, if I didn't say that. Or you just feel like somebody is just too absorbed within their own selves to kind of put themselves in someone else's shoes. You might be, like I said, surrounded by somebody that just wants to fight or debate with you. You feel that you're very suspicious of this person and you're irritated because they're inconsistent. But there's definitely jealousy around you, Cancer or Cross Watcher. But like I said, based on what I see in the reading, you would already see what this person is about, or you're going to see firsthand about what's going on. Don't worry about career uncertainty. You're going to have it, but it's like I said, that's the area that I feel that you're going to see some clarity. But yeah, you might see some police lights around you, hear some sirens. They might be connected to you. They may not be. They might be connected to somebody around you, but somebody has some sort of police department, legal situation. Yeah. Balance yourself. Distractions, they come in abundance this week. But it also feels like something, Cancer Nation, about your routine may need to be broken up because it's just too redundant. And you might feel that something about your daily routine just needs to change to get that productivity or that result that you're looking for. Pisces. Pisces Nation, this is a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Pisces in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, 7th house placement, or you're dealing with someone that has those placements in their natal chart. Keep in mind, Pisceans, that not every single detail in this reading may apply to you in particular. Sometimes the situation is playing out around you, and it might also be necessary to let the situation play out. Even though I'm calling this a 7-day forecast, it's a given that not every single thing happens for everyone in the zodiac at the same time. So sometimes it may be necessary to keep an open mind and let the reading, give the reading a chance, give it some breathing room, let it to let certain things develop. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can of course book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic.ascensionstarot.com. Pisces, you're eating a lot of junk food. Pisces, just an observation. And maybe you're not feeling that well this week. So maybe you might be, I don't know, maybe cutting back on certain things. Pisces, when it comes to that. Somebody in your energy wear glasses. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer for some of you. Pisceans, you got Cancer in your chart, or there's a Cancerian that is around you and they might wear glasses. Somebody might need their vision checked. You might even feel, Pisceans, that somebody needs their hearing checked, because I think somebody around you has selective hearing. You might feel that way anyway. I think you've made something abundantly clear to somebody around you, and it just seems like this week somebody is acting clueless about maybe something that you had just said or something that you said recently, and maybe you feel like it's not rocket science. You're like, why doesn't this person understand? I don't know. So maybe you might just be having some breakdowns in communication, in particular with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or that's how somebody's feeling about you. Maybe it's just not easy to kind of get your point across to someone in particular that maybe you're trying to talk to. Let's see. What's going on, Pisceans? You might be looking back at old photo albums. You might be tempted to kind of like go back in time. Maybe, I don't know, watch old movies or whatever. There might be some nostalgic moments that you might have with someone or thinking about someone, or maybe some things that kind of remind you of childhood and the good old days. Yeah, the Taurus that's in your energy. Your money's looking pretty good this week, Pisces. It's either now or this is within the next 7 days, something about your financial situation. You might see some sort of, I don't know if this is a turnaround yet, Pisces, but we're going to see. You might be trying to get some chores done around the house. Maybe some chores have been kind of, somebody's been slacking on their chores or whatever. What's going on? Some of you are dealing with somebody that's in the military or is a veteran. That might be who you're getting in touch with this week, because it seems like for some of you Pisceans, there could be somebody that has an military affiliation that could be coming around you or might be getting in touch with you. Somebody's a smoker, Pisces. If they are not a smoker, then this feels like somebody has like a really intense temper. A hard time keeping their temper in check. This could be a Pisces. Maybe it's just that kind of week. I don't know exactly what's going on, Pisceans. Bear with me. I don't know why certain things are going down the way that they are, but we're going to see. Pisces. You got a job offer coming your way. You got some good news coming in about work. Be mindful of who you have around you, because somebody around you is not the trustworthy person. They're not. You might be giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, Pisces. You might want to believe the best in people or in someone in particular. There's nothing wrong with believing the best in people. Not everybody is bad, you know? As long as you are looking at the situation realistically, because you might have a hunch about someone in Pisces, and I think that you're right. If it's not you that's having this hunch, then it's somebody around you, and they could be pointing it out. Pisces, I think that if we're talking about relationships in your life, romantic or platonic, but I guess this is a romantic situation. Something's at a standstill. You might feel that there's somebody that's avoiding you, or someone feels this way about you. It's been a while, then maybe since you've heard from someone, that you got in touch with them. I'm trying to see, are you deliberately avoiding someone? Because it seems like something's keeping something from being productive, possibly with an Aquarius. You could be Aquarius, Pisces. We have Leo and Taurus to stand out in your reading. If you are dealing with a relationship, somebody's not ready to commit. And this is why somebody's avoiding you, or you're at a standstill with someone. Somebody is avoiding some sort of communication, conversation. The thing is, you might feel that this was the perfect match for you, this person, Pisces or cross-watcher. You might be kind of entering in someone's life as maybe they're leaving a relationship, and maybe this is why somebody might be a little bit confused about what they want. And this might be having you feeling emotional, because it might feel like you might feel as though it's you that you're turning the issue around on you, as though maybe you feel like it's you that has the issue. Are they rejecting me because of this, because I lack this, and it's not about that. It's about something that's going on in their head, in their mind right now, something that has to do with their emotions. So right now, it just seems like somebody's not really very interactive. You're not getting a lot of answers from someone in particular. And it seems like it's causing your thoughts to kind of rotate and go in circles. It's either you, or this is somebody around you that might be feeling this way about you. Like, why isn't Pisces reaching out? Or why can't Pisces talk to me? I think 9 times out of 10 Pisceans, if this is your story, this doesn't have anything to do with you. It has something to do with what someone is going through personally. And it seems like this week someone is choosing to isolate themselves from you, because they've got some things that they may need to process aside from you right now. Some of you Pisceans are very into magic, or you're dealing with someone who is just very spiritual. Maybe you have a curiosity about maybe a spiritual path that you feel that you're led to be on. Pisces, you got the same situation as Cancer. It could be the way that you're looking at somebody. It could be that somebody is speaking ill of you, Pisces or cross-watcher. This still occurs if somebody's speaking ill of you, wishing bad upon you, thinking about you with malice. So it doesn't have to be that, no, you are dealing with someone. For some of you, if you're not dealing with this person, then you caught the eye of somebody, Pisces or cross-watcher, that has a jealousy issue. They have a staring problem, Pisces. So it's not like it would be hard to detect who this is. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on the BS and shenanigans that are going on in the background, but just know there's some pettiness, there's some drama and going on behind the scenes. You might be noticing a lot of bugs, It's the summertime. Summertime approaches especially, but I think this has been an ongoing issue. I told you I didn't want to stay on it, but I mean, it keeps coming out. So for some of you, you're noticing a lot of bugs, and it might have something to do with this person that's sending this to you, not wishing you ill. I'm putting it, for some of you, I'm saying this lightly, you know. I'm saying somebody's wishing you ill, but it's something deeper than that. Anyway, Pisces, that's not for every Pisces out there, but that's somebody's confirmation. What's going on with the Pisces nation? This could be literal. Maybe you're worried. Maybe somebody in your situation is in jail, worried that they're going to jail, or this is you, a prisoner of the past, because something is taking you back to your childhood. Unless this is just parenthood. Maybe parenthood this week is just kind of hard. Did you grow up with a parent in the system? Okay. You got something going on with an earth sign. There's an earth sign this week, Pisces, that might be looking for clarity with you. Maybe this is the week that somebody becomes honest about something that maybe haven't been honest with you about. What is this about? Where they need to be honest about? Because somebody's not being real. No, I don't think that somebody has been honest. I think it's because of something. It's causing you to go searching for the truth because you're not getting a direct answer from someone or direct clarity from someone. Pisces, it seems like it causes you to go hunt for the truth for yourself. And I think either you're coming across something, you're getting some sort of knowledge. It could be from someone else's mouth, or it's because of something that you see, Pisces, that might give you clarity that maybe someone else was avoiding giving you clarity about. Like they're dodging the question, or they're just... Anyway, I think you're going to see through someone this week. Or you're going to see something that you need to see. And it would have something to do about the fact that somebody lied to you about something. Either they lied directly or they lied by omission. They left something out. So singles, some of you are dating someone, you're getting to know them. Somebody is kind of like avoiding telling you about their past dating history. In your situation, it would be very important or very helpful for you to find out as much about the way that somebody's dating history before getting emotionally involved with them, because somebody has a pattern. What they've done in past relationships, they may do with you. Somebody's not good in relationships. They see a relationship as a ball and chain, commitment. This is the way that they see it. And so their past relationship history might reveal that to you, that they just don't know how to stay put. They don't know how to be faithful and honest, Pisces. For some of you, you're in this relationship with someone. Maybe you're pressuring them for a commitment. I thought I saw a ring in this reading. If you are asking for a ring, yes, this has something to do with commitments. And this is a shut up ring, Pisces. Somebody might feel like you're pressuring them, always talking about commitments, and they might give you a ring for some of you, or an apology just to keep you quiet. Some sort of promise of commitment, but that promise never seems to arrive. And it may have something to do with a Leo. Yeah, trust. Somebody is going to discover something this week. And it puts somebody in the hot seat. But it also feels like this is the reason that somebody is avoiding talking to you about something, because they know that now you see the truth about this. If you have a legal situation, Pisces or cross watcher, it's recommended that somebody gets a lawyer, because it seems like somebody, is this an accusation? Yeah, you might be shocked to hear about something. It seems like something's going on with, oh, this is like, okay, something's going on with a child. And I was trying to figure this out. I think I put together the context in the reading. Some of you, there is an accusation. Someone may have done something illegal pertaining to a child. You have a cat, Pisces. This is an accusation? No. It's a suspicion. Somebody is suspicious that somebody did something illegal with a child. Is the police involved? What is going on, Pisces? Anyway, I take too long. I get wrapped up in the story. I guess the point is somebody needs to lawyer up. Or somebody's in a position where they may have to. Somebody might need to write a statement. Somebody is coming to talk to someone, interview someone about some sort of interaction with a kid. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're waiting to maybe find out the result of something. Somebody might be waiting to find out if they're going to do jail time. Anyway, somebody needs to get an attorney. Because it seemed like somebody trying to make a fool out of somebody. I don't know. But maybe it might be necessary to go and talk to your children's school. You might be concerned about their progress in school. Oh, for some of you, this is a parent-child relationship. There's someone in a relationship, but especially parent-child. Somebody is starting to feel like the relationship doesn't really mean a lot to them. Some of you Pisceans, you're in a situation where somebody is offering very little. You're doing all the sacrificing, you're doing all the giving, and maybe you feel like you're just coming up short. You're getting to know someone, you're in a relationship with them, they like you, but they're really not trying to commit. Or they love you, but they're not trying to get married. They're not trying to really cement something down. And for some of you Pisceans, the reason that somebody won't commit is that they're in a full-fledged relationship with somebody else. And you are the side situation, or they have a side, you know what, you fill in the blank. However this applies to your situation. You might start to feel like somebody's just kind of like monopolizing your time, Pisces, but kind of wasting it at the same time. Yeah. I can't take my eyes off this legal situation, Pisces, because it seems like the police is getting involved with something having to do with either you directly or somebody around you. On the flip side of things, money might have been an issue for you in the recent past. I don't know if this is a child custody case. Anyway, I just kind of want to see what's going on. But anyway, I was talking to you about your money. You might see some improvements coming up this week. Some opportunities to make money. Maybe you're picking up some more shifts. You might have a little argument with someone this week, Pisces. Or this has just been an ongoing beef that you've had with someone. You do have an argument with someone, or maybe your kids are bickering. It seems like somebody, possibly a Capricorn, might jump in to try to de-escalate some sort of a conflict. Conversations this week might get kind of tense, Pisces, especially if you're talking about emotional situations. It might be necessary to maybe tell someone what maybe you're going through with inside, because it seems like somebody's kind of like left up into interpretation. Yeah. It's not that maybe you're preparing for, maybe your kids might need tutoring. Something's going on with kids in elementary school. Might be flying somewhere, Pisces. There's Taurus and a Leo. Somebody wishes that things could be different, Pisces. Somebody will eventually come around and say something to you to kind of break the silence. Might be silent for a minute. It might have your mind racing. Somebody wishes that things were not the way that they are right now. Could be your baby's father, your uncle. It's a peace offering coming. And I guess Pisces or cross-watcher, it's going to be up to you to figure out if it's possible for them to really make things right with an apology. Seems like you got a lot on your mind and a lot to think about, and it may have a lot to do with this person and where you really stand with them. Or this is how they're feeling about you, possibly, especially a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Whomever you're dealing with, Pisces, they're manipulative. Somebody knows how to manipulate a situation and make something look a certain way. But for some of you, it's not that. You have, well, they are. Let me go back to my original statement. Somebody does know how to manipulate things. Somebody thinks you're naive, Pisces, and you have a suspicion that something is going on. And I think somebody's going to try to gaslight you into believing that maybe you're insecure, you're making this up. Details don't lie, Pisces. It might be about a neighbor. You might have a neighbor that just doesn't like you. I don't know what significance that holds. But if you are in a legal situation, for some of you, it has something to do with a neighbor, or that's who's just very watchful of you. Or they're problematic in some sort of way. Maybe somebody's cheating with them. Anyway, I was going to say maybe somebody is cheating with the neighbor. Whatever the case is, yeah. Oh, somebody has some sort of either a mental illness, or they have some sort of negative entity attachment to them, Pisces. Yeah, we talked about that. Your financial situations, things are going to turn around. Things have the ability to get better for you when maybe they've been a challenge for you. You're going to start experiencing a lot more success. It might be time to start house hunting, Pisces. Maybe maybe some of you could be into real estate. There's something that you might need to say to someone this week, Pisces. There's something that feels like it's necessary for you to get off your chest, or somebody feels this way around you, especially if this has something to do with a kid. Without this communication, it seems like it could cause a relationship just to get very questionable. And I think somebody is trying to figure out if they should just move on. Or kind of like suck things up and move on from the situation, even though something isn't resolved. Kind of just like to smooth things over, to smooth the tension. But deep down inside, it seems like something may erupt again if you don't really get to the root of the issue. Anything else, Spirit Guides, for the Pisceans? Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. You are worthy. For some of you, this is a self-worth issue. Some of you Pisceans might feel like you're in a situation where you're not being treated fully what your worth is. It could be a job for some of you, but it seems like there's something that you've wanted for the longest, and it seems like it's a lack of belief in yourself. Or there's a child around you that might really need a boost of confidence from an adult, a role model in their life. Because it seems like it's a challenge, especially when it comes to learning. Some of you might have a child that has a learning disability. Oh, did I say that? Like saying it that way? They may learn differently. And maybe that's the issue, is that maybe there's a learning situation that hasn't been diagnosed, or it's been overlooked, or a mental health illness that maybe has also gone undiagnosed. Somebody's misunderstanding somebody's verbal cues or whatever. That's what this feels like. Advice, Holy Spirit, for the Pisces. Pisces Nation and Cross Watchers for the next 7 days. Tap into your spiritual power. Reach out to a power greater than yourself to try to solve a dilemma. Stay open to its guidance in your life. There is some sort of dilemma. Pisces. For some of you, somebody doesn't know how deep this dilemma is because somebody doesn't really speak up. They're not very vocal about what they're going through. Or maybe just time has passed and you haven't caught up with somebody. You kind of lost touch with them, and maybe you really don't know the root of you know what I mean? However the situation plays out, however it applies. There may be a situation that you feel is completely out of your hands, with, especially with having all the answers about how to make something better in your life. It seems like this is the week that you get clarity. You guys are saying stay open to some guidance about a situation that you feel is just very puzzling, over your head, and causes you to feel very emotional. but definitely it feels like something is bringing you back to your childhood. Pisces, you may need to go to the bank about something. Might be a banking issue that maybe is relevant for you this week. Comfort is an inside job. Speak to yourself in a loving, positive way. Do something that nourishes you. Know in this moment that all is well. Uncertainty. It seems like it's definitely involved in your situation. And you might have to find a way to comfort yourself through something that's causing you to feel a lot of anxiety and a lot of tearful emotion. Maybe even for some of you, anger, or it's just a lot of up and down when it comes to your emotions. You might feel like, okay, I need to stabilize myself. I need a moment to think, or I need a moment by myself. You may need to find those moments when necessary. Pisces, to be loving with yourself. And then it might be that maybe you might be judging yourself for every little mistake that you feel that you're being made, or this is being done to someone else, especially a child. Like I said, there's a child this week that might need a confidence boost from someone that they trust. You might be creating a lot of catastrophic thinking. You might be making things way worse in your head than really what they are in reality, Pisces. So take a moment to breathe. I think you have anxiety. You might be having an anxiety attack, even if maybe that's just not your normal thing. Maybe this week it is, or like I said, somebody around you. Enjoy the tranquility of water to remove stress. Immerse yourself in a soothing bath. Walk near a body of water or gently splash water on your face. Maybe some of you are, Pisces, you're a water sign. The water might be calling you. Maybe you might feel led to go to the ocean or whatever. And random Pisces, you might be spending a lot of time in a parking lot. Maybe somebody's homeless or somebody's worried about that. Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your 7-day forecast. Understand, not everything in this reading may apply directly to your situation. There may be some things, Scorpio, hey, Brown Empress. There may be some things, Scorpio, that you might need to throw out that don't apply to your situation. And there will guarantee be some things that do resonate, Scorpio. And it may resonate with you if you happen to have Scorpio in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, 7th house, or if you're cross-watching with someone with Scorpio, those Scorpio placements. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, Scorpio, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicaascensionstarot.com. We're going to go over some topics that might get kind of sensitive. Scorpio, if that's not your preference, take this moment to excuse yourself. Click off if that is the best thing for you. Let's get it, Scorpio Nation. Random. Some of you are dealing with someone with the initial K, as in kite, for the next 7 days. Hey, Shaniva, thank you for the positivity. You had a lot of arguments going on, Scorpios, or you got somebody around you that's just very loud, very belligerent. Around you also this week could be a Leo, a Virgo, or a Gemini. I had to remember who is after Taurus. It's Gemini. Oh, it's just kind of hard for you to keep time with things. You might feel this weekend, I guess it's this weekend, or maybe it's this past weekend, Scorpio, maybe you feel like time kind of got away from you. It was just hard for you to keep track of maybe some things that were very pressing, some things that maybe you needed to do, things that you needed to get done. You're definitely admired for your class, your intelligence, Scorpio or cross watcher. Somebody sees you as very graceful. Some of you Scorpios, you're into somebody that does magic, but this is baneful magic. Yikes, Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, or you are the Libra Scorpio Who are you dealing with? Oh. You might be having the same issues over and over with someone, Scorpio. Something is a revolving issue. You keep hitting sore spot with someone. Like, it's hard to really maybe break things down to someone, make them understand what you're thinking. And I think that you've gone through some emotional damage with someone, Scorpio. And I think this is the week that maybe you're trying to take some time to recover from this. Maybe you're taking your dog on a walk. Maybe you just need some time by yourself to plan some things, because it seems like things have been up in the air, Scorpio. I think you want to go someplace. Do you write? I think you write music. You're writing in your diary. You're going through something, Scorpio. Oh, did somebody say something? I think somebody did. And I think somebody is holding a grudge about something, Scorpio. So it seems like it's kind of hard to like I said, get somebody to understand where you're coming from. You might feel this week, Scorpio, that somebody's being, that somebody's being inconsiderate of your feelings. I think this week, Scorpio, that maybe somebody doesn't feel good about themselves. And then that's the issue behind why they're saying what they're saying. They're trying to hurt you because emotionally they're going through something. I don't know if it's that they can't break it down to tell you what you're going. It just seems like that you can't seem to communicate with somebody without arguing with them. So this week, Scorpio, you or somebody around you, somebody sees you as detached. Because you're like, I just don't have time for the drama. I don't have time for the stress that this brings me. That sort of thing. Maybe you might feel that both of you are stubborn, or that's how somebody is sizing you up and kind of feeling about you. Yeah, you feel like somebody is bringing some BS to the situation. Yes, and you absolutely know what's going on. What is this? Somebody needs to bring an apology. It seems like it. So maybe neither one of you are kind of coming close. Maybe there's nothing that's being said this week. There's a desire to say something, Scorpio, but I don't think somebody's going to budge. I think somebody has been pushed to their breaking point. And I think somebody's on the fence about whether or not they should stay in this situation. Some of you are in a violent situation, Scorpio. You had to have gone through something with somebody. Either you just have a very frustrating situation with someone. Somebody has a really bad temper. And you might feel like you're walking on eggshells. Why are they so easy to see through? Somebody's level of commitment. Somebody's hoeing around, Scorpio. You might see that about somebody that you feel that you're committed to. They cannot be committed to you. You got a Gemini that comes out in your reading as well. Maybe you don't feel like that this is a friendly atmosphere, or that you can even really be friends with someone. Definitely, it feels like you're realizing the truth about someone that's in your energy. For some of you Scorpios, there's a Pisces that feels like it's you that's acting this way. Or for some of you, your children are in an environment where there's a lot of arguing, a lot of physical violence. And I think that somebody has been conflicted for a while whether or not they should stay in this situation. But instead, it does feel like somebody's coming in to try to like smooth things over with you. Somebody's ignoring you, but it seems like somebody takes the initiative to try to make things right, to try to make things better. This is somebody that you cohabitate with 9 times out of 10, Scorpio. But definitely somebody's secrets are out. You have a legal situation to tend to, Scorpio. You might be paying out a lot for something. I think the legal issue is that somebody's not paying child support. And if it's not that they're not paying child support, it just seems like somebody has like completely deserted a child. They turn their back on a kid. Or this is how somebody is viewing the situation, and they're viewing it as an absolute betrayal. This might be how a child is viewing a parental figure. Like they just kind of abandon them while they're struggling, while they're going through something. Somebody is coming to see you, very likely, Scorpio, to make a peace offering. Somebody's worried that maybe you're going to see something on the internet, or that you're going to discover something that they're doing behind your back. They're really nervous about it, and you're going to see it all. Right? You can read them like a book. Actually, that might be how you're coming across something. And no, this isn't me saying, hey, Scorpio or crosswatcher, go look for evidence. I don't think you're necessary. This would have been something you've already been looking for anyway. If this is your reading, you would have, or you're just going to stumble upon it. Or is there somebody else directing you to this information, Scorpio? Okay, at work, Scorpio, I think you're having issues with somebody. If it's not at home, it's definitely at work. You might be clashing with somebody. I hope you're not getting into it at work, Scorpio. Somebody might be trying to pull that out of you, okay? Somebody might be saying something, Scorpio, that's just really out of pocket. And you might feel like, Scorpio, that you might want to react physically on someone. Keep your composure, Scorpio. In this situation, in any way, there's a Virgo that's in your reading. That might be somebody who's harassing you at work. Because it seems like you're really focused. Your money situation is looking better. There's opportunities for you to make some money, possibly, Scorpio. Maybe this is a pay week for you. If you're going somewhere, you had plans to go somewhere, Scorpio. Something might have you feeling a little held up, or maybe it has something to do with your vehicle situation. You might have to go someplace on foot instead. Or maybe somebody might be asking for a ride from you. But yeah, I definitely feel like somebody's leaving a situation, leaving a marriage. And it has something to do with, the tension has something to do with communication. Somebody's communication is just ineffective. Or someone is just kind of like misinterpreting possibly what you're saying. But it seems like the way somebody's acting just kind of adds to the guesswork. I don't know. Either way, it seems like something could possibly be worked out, especially a financial situation. You're coming out of this. You've been going through something financially. You're coming up with a solution to make things better for you moving forward. Money is coming in for you, Scorpio, sometime within these next 7 days. But it's definitely somebody that you're going to be cutting off or distancing yourself from, because you've seen what you needed to see, and whatever you see or have seen, Scorpio, may hurt. And you might be blocking somebody. I want to say you're telling somebody to kiss your ass. That's kind of how I feel. Like either that, or you feel like somebody wants you to bow down, that sort of thing. I don't know. But somebody's coming back in this situation. Somebody that you might feel is a headache, and somebody that might be giving you the silent treatment. You love them, Scorpio, but you might feel that they're a headache at the same time, or at least lately. Somebody's going to act like they couldn't care less about how you feel or whatever. And it's due to a disagreement, and it's all an act. That might be the thing that you might feel is easy to see through, the little games that they're playing. You have some sort of financial tie to someone. Either way, Scorpio, somebody, they might say they don't want to be here anymore, but it seems like somebody comes back and tries to work things out for you, with you, and they might actually give you that apology. The question mark for you, Scorpio or crosswatcher, is whether that apology was even genuine. Because like I said at the top of the reading, you continue to go in circles with someone over and over. They say some very damaging remarks to you. You take it on the chin, Scorpio, but it just seems like you're like, how much can I really take in this situation? Literally, I said you're taking something on the chin. I really do feel, Scorpio, some of you are in a violent situation. And if this is you, I can't be your mama and tell you what to do, Scorpio or cross watcher, but it seems like there's some sort of cycle that's not ending. And it seems like there's somebody that's holding on because they don't want to be alone. Taurus, this may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Taurus in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for a Taurian. Or you're dealing with someone with Taurus in those placements. Keep in mind, Taurus, that this reading is general. Not everything that is mentioned in this reading may apply directly to you. Sometimes it may apply to somebody that's situations that might be going on with someone around you. Check the video for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Sometimes those readings may shed more light than maybe just one reading in particular. If you'd like a reading based on your own personal energy, Taurus, you can always book a reading with me on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Thank you, Natalie June. I appreciate you. Let's see what's going on with the Taurians. Taurus, I think somebody's thinking about reconciling with you. You might have maybe had a couple of past lives with this particular person that we're talking about. Maybe this isn't the first time. Maybe you're having a lot of deja vu moments having to do with someone in particular that's around you. What's going on with the Taurus? Somebody's trying to gather together the courage to say something that's just really on their mind. Taurus. Wow. Goodness, can this card stop coming out? You're dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. We're going to see what this is about. And let me paint the picture before we even move on. Let me make it clear that while someone may have ill intentions towards you, this always come out right at the top of the reading. But while someone might have ill intentions towards you, your ancestors have already gotten this taken care of. So it's a non-factor. It seems like somebody keeps on with it though, Taurus. They just don't know when to stop with this negativity that they keep bringing towards you, or this ill that they keep wishing towards you. It's not going to work no matter how hard they try. It doesn't stick. What's going on with the Taurians, spirit guides? I think some of you Taurians, you have a heart of gold. And for that reason, it seems like there has to be something that's going on that has you looking back at somebody with a lot of resentment. You might find yourself looking back on old situations, constantly rethinking what happened, maybe what you should have said in certain situations. You got a fire sign that's in your energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You might be feeling very self-conscious, Taurus. It's hard for you to be vulnerable. I don't know if it's in general or if it's with a particular person, because you're looking back at a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. That's possibly the person that's thinking about reconciling with you. You got an incredible gift, Taurus. Not all of you is this a spiritual gift. You might have a gift of singing. You might have a gift doing something else, but whatever it is, I think it's very incredible. Yeah, you do have a heart of gold, or you're dealing with somebody that does. Somebody's very vulnerable. They have a tender heart. So what did they do? For some of you, this has something to do with a child. You have a water sign child, possibly. I did say that you might be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. There's someone that has a lot of love for you, or vice versa. Maybe you were falling in love with someone, Taurus. Yeah, somebody's kind of pulling away from this. You might be eating a lot of processed junk, Taurus. A lot of sodas, a lot of fast food or whatever. Just an observation. Please don't take it as though I'm trying to judge what you're doing. I'm just saying what I see in the reading. There's a lot. Okay. Like so much that my head is spinning. And Taurus, maybe it's hard for you to concentrate, or maybe you feel like there's just a lot of pressure on you with something. Yeah. Your gift is immense. For some of you Taurians, this is your child that has a gift. This is them that's been here several times. This is them that's able to, the veil is thin for you, Taurus. It seems like you're able to see into the afterlife. You're able to communicate with spirits. Some of you have Leo in your chart. This is the issue. Somebody doesn't seem to know how to let go of something. It seems like for some of you Taurians, it seems like your guides want you to see that something is over. Something may need to end. There's a completion that may need to happen, but it seems like it's just hard for you to let go of something in particular. And you've been holding on to something for the longest. And for some of you, this has something to do with another earth sign, another Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or a fire earth cusp. Maybe you feel like somebody lacks empathy. And maybe there is somebody that might be asking you a lot of questions about something. Or it may be necessary for you to question a child about maybe what they're going through, what their inner atmosphere is about. And perhaps they might tell you. But it seems like somebody has been going through either a lot of physical or emotional pain. And it just seems like you're just kind of backing away from people. There might be a hurtful situation that might make you look at a situation differently. It might mature you quicker, or there's a child that's just going through some sort of adult issue and they're having to kind of mature rapidly to kind of deal with what they're going through right now. I think that someone in this situation wants to feel appreciated towards a cross watcher. They want someone to see the good in them. It just seems like there's a lot of anger that somebody is dealing with, especially if this had something to do with some sort of conflict. There's a lot of conflict going on in the reading. So I don't know if there's something going on. I haven't checked out what's going on with the astrology, but there's definitely a standstill having to do with this. So I think someone is waiting for you to say something, give them some sort of attention, give them some sort of clue that it's cool for them to maybe say something, say what they want to say to you. Yes, somebody wishes that you would come back, or you wish that somebody would come back. And it just seems like maybe you're not sure how to get this person maybe to kind of react how you want them to react, be who you would like them to be in this situation. Yes, somebody has their back turned. Somebody has regrets about this. And somebody's really thinking about this. Somebody has their mind made up. Somebody's definitely reaching out to you. So you're very likely going to get communication from possibly a water sign, or this is somebody has water in their chart. Maybe this is your moon sign. Definitely a water sign reaching out to you. Might be unexpected communication. Taurus. But it seems like somebody's feeling emotional about a commitment. If this is a parent-child relationship, then this is a child feeling like there's a questioning whether or not there is a parental figure that's committed to this, that's really fully invested. Give me 1 second. Like half my deck fell on the floor. Three of Swords fell upright. With the Knight of Cups, here's your water sign. Okay, I guess I'm going to go ahead and read these that fell face up. I said there's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. That could be you. You could be the Taurus, Aries. You got communication coming in from a Cancer. Somebody's not happy with the way that things have been going, but I think somebody really genuinely wants to make peace. The problem is that I think that you've seen the truth about someone, and you've seen the truth to some sort of situation where you've been patient with someone and it seems like somebody comes out of hiding. They may have been MIA for the longest. Maybe somebody's coming to your door. Possibly. After a period of waiting. It could be a Libra. Somebody wishes that you would let your guard down so that they can reconcile the situation with you. Taurus. And it just seems like nobody's budging, but somebody might this week coming up. Or this is a parental figure, possibly an air sign that may need to take the initiative with a child, because I promise you there's a child that may need to know that there's a parental figure that actually cares. Somebody has a lot of regrets. Taurus, a cross watcher, whether they tell you this or not, whether they admit this or not. Somebody in your situation, Taurus, they may need to kind of, because maybe you might decide to end something. The lesson might be for them to kind of move on, or you to move on, and they watch you be happy. Maybe that's what somebody stumbled upon online. Somebody now sees that you're happy, it's funny. Somebody is watching you. That's how they know that maybe you're happy with somebody else. Maybe you know that they're watching too. For some of you, the issue is that you might feel that somebody sits back and watches you struggle with something and does absolutely nothing to help you. Maybe it's a parental figure that you might have this issue with. But somebody's definitely not talking about what they're feeling. Why? Do they feel that they can't? There's definitely a Capricorn in your situation. Oh, maybe other people's opinions get in the way. Maybe there's other people that are kind of interfering into this situation this week. You might possibly repeat a cycle with someone. Somebody that you don't trust. And if there's something that's going on in your situation that you're very confused about, it's kind of keeping you stuck. You're going to be shown the way, Taurus, because it looks like something on your mind is just really heavy. If this has something to do with work, employment, because it seems like your money has been an issue. Do you always have a wall up like this? Taurus, you got a lot of bugs entering your domain, entering your safe space. I don't think you like bugs, Taurus. You might feel like you're being you're overreacting, paranoid about certain things, or you're seeing someone this way, especially about love. This has something to do with a love situation. Somebody's taking something really hard towards. What's going on with your money? Some of you are single parents, Taurus, or that's the decision that you're making about whether or not you should become a single parent. Okay. Your money situation is actually looking good. So this might be the week that you bounce back. If money has been an issue, yeah, patience. It turns around. There's opportunities that come through for you. Yeah, you might feel lonely. Maybe you might feel like you just need a companion in your life or somebody that understands what you're going through. The angels are bringing you comfort about something this week. Or they're sending someone that brings you this comfort, this guidance. But really and truthfully, Taurus, this isn't something that you have to look outside of yourself about, or there's a Leo that's in your reading also. It seems like you kind of already know, but you doubt that you know, if that makes sense. You guys are saying this week, trust your inner knowledge about something. You have a gut feeling about something, or you're just clairvoyant. You don't need to have prior knowledge to know that you're right. It's just that that's a gift that you have. So trust what you feel. Trust what you already know. No, I think I talked to you about work. I said opportunities are coming through for you. There's definitely somebody watching you at work. I don't know if they're interested in you. No, I think you know who this person is because the boundary is up. All right, so maybe there is somebody that maybe is trying to go out of their way to catch your attention at work. Kind of demanding your attention. It was like, no, that just seems like you're not doing that. You might feel like it's not in your best interest to maybe partake in the same energy with somebody that you feel is quick-tempered. It might be beneficial, Taurus, for you to think before you speak. Maybe this is you. Maybe you might feel like you're the quick-tempered one. Or this is that somebody in your energy is, and that you feel shattered about something that somebody says or something about their indecisive ways. I think the indecision has something to do with whether or not somebody should come and mend something with you. Somebody has a lot of regrets about messing things up. Somebody has promised something to you, Taurus. Somebody may not do exactly as they promised. It might be kind of hard for you to keep your thoughts positive with all this anxiety. Kind of like, I think it's your thoughts that are bringing you a lot of anxieties. Yep, exactly. I mentioned to you something about work. Maybe some of you are out of work and opportunities come through. Maybe some of you have a musical talent, you play an instrument or whatever. You might be getting back to your hobbies. There's a conversation that maybe has been halted. It's at a standstill. Somebody's waiting for you, Taurus or Cross Watcher, to take the lead on this. They want you to say something. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for a Virgo win. With those placements, it may even resonate if you have Virgo in your 7th house. Please don't make rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading from me based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicaascensionstarot.com. We're going to go over some topics, Virgo, that are sensitive. If you'd rather not hear about sensitive topics, go ahead and take this opportunity to click off if that's not for you. Let's look into it. Virgo, it never fails. If I'm reading for Virgo, Leo is going to show up in your reading. So I don't know if you are in contact with a Leo, or you have a Leo in your chart. You are Virgo Leo on the cusp, but there's a fire sign. But the dominant fire sign is Leo, as well as an earth sign, which would be you, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Love is complicated this week, Virgo. Somebody might feel like that's just how it is right now, that it maybe it's just kind of difficult to maybe get some sort of understanding. Maybe you've been having friction with someone, Virgo, or you just have in the past, and maybe something is just not resolvable. You might feel like you have some sort of issue that you need to discuss with someone. You want to resolve something with someone, but that involves being truthful about something. And it seems like maybe that's the issue, the gripe that you have with someone is that they can't really be honest. Or because you haven't talked to someone, you don't really have clarity about something. So you could be seeing something the way that you're seeing it, Virgo, but it may not actually be what it is or what you're thinking about. Some of you Virgos, you might be meeting someone new. There could be somebody new that's coming into your energy. Definitely have somebody around you that is deceptive or shady. Or like I mentioned to you, Virgo, somebody might be viewing you this way, possibly. Anyway, there might be a road trip that maybe you're taking to maybe go and see someone. Some of you, it's time to go see your lawyer about something because you're in a physically violent situation. And it seems like something about this might catch up with somebody. Somebody's really hurt. And somebody's just really in their ego. It's either this is truthful, that somebody is just very egoic, and you wish that somebody would come down from that ego. You might feel like somebody's just on their high horse. Virgo, I think you've been through a lot with somebody. And I think you're really hurt. And I think as a result of I don't even know if this is because of a relationship. Maybe you are just very self-conscious about yourself, about your looks. Or you're dealing with someone who is. There's a lot of emotions in your reading. So maybe that's just you. You might be feeling very emotional, Virgo. Don't judge yourself for your emotions. Feel what you need to feel. because this is definitely the week that you might be doing so. Possibly having to do with an Aquarius or Gemini. Could even be a Libra. Yeah, somebody is loud, boisterous. You might feel that somebody is belligerent. Virgo. I think you're tired of going around in circles with someone. Somebody that you feel is a brick wall and hard to get through to. What do they want? Oh, no. Somebody is a cheater. They're deceptive. You can't trust them. And it seems like you have your resentments about this. So if you're not talking to someone, there's just zero, there's like complete silence between you and this person. It's because somebody sees that they're not really being offered what they're worth in this situation. They feel like they're not really being, they're being offered very little. And somebody is viewing somebody as shady, two-faced, or whatever, and they wish that somebody would be real. Especially if this has something to do with a commitment. Somebody has you dangling on a string, Virgo or cross-watcher. Some of you are in a third-party situation. Hear me clearly. Not all of you are in a third party, but some of you that are, that's what's going on. They are into you. They're spending time with you, but they're not trying to make a commitment. For some of you, that's the issue. You want someone to step up and be committed. They're not trying to get married. They're not trying to solidify a thing. Some of you, you're in a situation, Virgo or cross-watcher, where you're aware that there's a relationship that needs a lot of work, but somebody sees you as somebody that's not willing to put in that work. They're going to focus on some other things. They're not going to really be focused on this situation this week. For some of you, Virgos or cross-watcher, that's you. You might feel like you're constantly getting involved with people that backstab you. Or this is the revolving issue. You've been cheated on, and if not every relationship that you've been in, then a majority of them. Some of you, somebody's not getting back with you, getting back to you this week. They're sending you in circles. It's because that they're involved. They got a full-on relationship with somebody else, and this is why they're not committing. This is the reason that they're not being honest, or they're being evasive about things that are important to you. Some of you are involved with somebody that is very spiritual, somebody that possibly does tarot or something spiritual for a living. Random side note. Some of you are trying to dissect what's going on in your situation. You don't know. You don't have a clear picture of what's going on, but you definitely suspect that something is up. And what's really going on, Virgo or cross-watcher, is that somebody's texting somebody behind your back, or they're just doing very inappropriate things for somebody that's in a relationship. They might be having nudes sent to them. One thing might lead to another. Virgo or cross-watcher, be careful if this is your situation. For some of you, it's not your story directly. You're involved, like I said, in a third-party situation, and this could be their story, what I'm about to tell you. Somebody is in a physically abusive situation, or something that someone comes across this week might cause somebody to react physically. Like they want to, I'm not telling you, let me make it clear, I'm not promoting physical violence. You heard me, right? That I just said that. But for some of you, you're in a physically violent relationship, and you might feel like you just want to put your hands on somebody because of something that you see. Or this is your kids going at it. Maybe they're physically fighting. But you might feel that somebody is incredibly bossy, and maybe they're not. Maybe there's somebody that's just really looking out for you, Virgo or cross-watcher, but you might view them as bossy, alpha, this sort of thing. Somebody in your situation, you might view them as hard-headed. I think this is a kid. You might have a kid that just does not want to listen. You get pushback with every little thing that you say. Somebody this week, more about that situation. So they're texting somebody, they're doing inappropriate stuff. They're going to try to do something controlling because they lied. They don't want you to see. Yep, the War of the Roses. You're getting into it either with a lot of different people. You're getting into it. There's a lot of other people involved or watching your situation. But yeah, some of you, you're getting into a relationship with someone. You're getting to know them, but there's something about their past that they're not being honest with you about. You would definitely need to see that. Somebody is really looking for you, Virgo. I don't know what this is about, but somebody's on the lookout for you. For what, though? I guess we'll see. This is the week that things have the potential to get back on track for you, Virgo. I think this is in areas of your finances. Relationships might be kind of complicated. So it seems like you're putting emphasis you're more stock into your goals. Some of you could be thinking about going back to school or taking up something new. Yeah, your spirit guides say, Virgo, it's time to move on, flow with the river, see where it takes you. Some of you, you've been pushing against the current. It's like, I don't want to go this way, or I don't want to do this in my life. Spirit guides are saying this week, Virgo, it's time to go with the flow. That might make things easier. Maybe it's just hard to move on from something, but there's something that you see with your heart this week. Or maybe you are someone that is, you're somebody that sees or goes by what your feelings are based, rather than maybe goes by what your intellect is telling you. Your emotions are telling you one thing, your intellect is telling you another, and it seems like they're fighting. Like you can't seem to make the two come together. But something in your situation is not adding up. It doesn't make sense. And it has something to do with what they're saying. You already know somebody's lying. You can detect BS very well, Virgo or cross-watcher, whoever you're dealing with. That almost says Scorpio. Somebody's a backstabber, and I think that you're dealing with somebody who is just an all-the-time cheater. So are they popping up, Virgo? What's their plans? Oh, somebody's really going through something. So if you haven't heard from someone, Virgo or cross-watcher, somebody's going through something really tough in their personal life, and they're trying to figure some things out. But like I said, you're not worried about that. You are maybe taking up a side hustle. Money is your thing. At work, you might be dealing with somebody that you feel is an energy vamp. You might be cutting somebody off with work, okay, at work. Let me paint a clear picture of you, okay, for you rather, about your money before I get into the BS and shenanigans that could be playing out at work, because I can already see that you got some sort of an issue like that, Virgo, with somebody, or somebody's gonna try, Virgo. I don't know, but what's going on with work? You have issue with somebody. They're not going to apologize. Very likely, Virgo, they're not. Or you're not going to go out of your way to apologize to this person for whatever reason. Somebody feels like you've done something to them. They're offended about it. And you can tell by the look on their face. Some of you, Virgo, somebody's viewing you as a genius. And that's where the issue is that they have with you. But anyway, somebody is like, they're not apologetic, but they might come back and they might be trying to be around you again, be nonchalant about it. That's their way of apologizing. But you might not get like a real apology from someone. If work for you has been kind of slow, I think this is the week that Virgo or cross-watcher things pick up. And I do feel that there's been some things that you've been suppressing and holding back, and some of you could possibly be considering counseling to kind of sort out some disappointments that have been going on, they've been kind of like rotating in your head. Somebody in your situation wants to have more power than you. They want to control you, you might feel. You might be concerned about someone's health this week. And there might be a few people that might be trying to interfere with something that you're doing. I'm telling you, something is going on with the legal situation. I don't know. You might be worried that someone is going to jail. You're waiting for an outcome to a legal situation. But it seems like somebody, if this is not a literal legal situation, but I think some of you it is. And that's what has somebody kind of going out of their mind about this situation. You're dealing with someone, some of you Virgos, They like music, or they're a performer of some type. Gosh. Oh, you're definitely, for some of you, you're doing something online, professionally, maybe, or somebody that, I don't know, somebody crosses your mind, or you come across somebody. It seems like you might be dealing with someone who is very active on social media if this isn't you. It seems like you're really trying to work out. You're trying to change something about your body, your figure. And there's a Gemini that jumped in your reading just now. This is a Capricorn as well. There's a lot going on in the media or on social media specifically. Somebody in your situation, Virgo, they're not trying to commit. They just want to seduce you and get you in bed. And check their dating history too, Virgo, in this situation, because somebody has a pattern of charming people, but not staying, not being committed. And it seems like you might be keeping your distance from this person because you might feel like you have enough on your plate. You're stressed out. This is the week, Virgo, to not get too distracted by that. Even though these are things that are going on, your spirit guides are saying, you know what? Tune in, tap in with your spirit guides. It seems like they're trying to tell you something, some sort of situation, give you some sort of a solution to a situation that is just really perplexing you and stressing you out. For some of you, the stress out has something to do with the fact that somebody wants to make things better with you, but they just don't seem to know how to, or they try to and they end up making things worse. This is the week that I think that you get more involved with yourself. Meaning, I think that you are focusing more on self-love and stepping away from situations that don't really reflect that. Capricorn Nation. Capricorns, this may be a reading that may resonate for you if you happen to have Capricorn, your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. 7th house, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Capricorn, you might find some information in this reading that may resonate for you. Some things may not resonate. Please don't be distracted by the things that don't resonate. Take what is sincerely your message. You would like a reading based on your own personal energy. You can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. We're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. Capricorn, if you'd rather not hear about sensitive topics at this time, it might be best that you click off. Otherwise, let's get it. Let's see what's going on for the Capricorn Nation over the next 7 days. Somebody this week, Capricorn, is coming in real defensive, very addicted. You could be addicted to somebody. This could be a very codependent type of relationship, Capricorn, with someone in your energy. It could be a friend. It could be whomever. I think you've been getting into it with someone, Capricorn, where someone's trying to maybe spark you, debate with you, kind of push you into some sort of a confrontation. It's up to you about whether or not you want to fall for the bait, because it just seems like it's a game for somebody. It's entertainment for them to kind of see you react. But in some situations, some instances, Capricorn, it seems like it's necessary for you to, I don't know, like put somebody in their place. You might feel like you might kind of, like somebody's kind of cornering you to do this sort of interaction with them. What's going on with the Capricorns? I think that you've stopped talking to someone. And I think that you haven't talked to somebody in a while. You don't trust them. You feel like they're challenging or that they're competitive. And like I said, defensive. Somebody wants you to hear them out, Capricorn. But it's the way that they're coming at you or the way that you're coming at them that is an issue. Okay. Whatever this is, the way that somebody's trying to communicate, it just seems like it's very ineffective. Like it's not going to work. It's not going to do anything but make a situation work. I mean, worse is what I was trying to say, or reopen an old scab. Because whatever this issue is, it seems like it really stabbed at somebody's insecurities. Or there's something that somebody is saying that is just really foul. And this is why you're keeping your distance from them. Oh, Capricorn. Maybe you're a bit disorganized, Capricorn. Organization would take you a long way this week. I think you're tired of going in circles with someone, possibly a Piscean. You're catching somebody doing something, Capricorn, or you have. For the majority of you, this is work. This is what's going down at work. Maybe people at work see you as MIA, but you're definitely ignoring somebody, or you're trying to. And then it seems like you might want to square up with somebody. I don't understand what's happening, Capricorn. There's a Libra, there's a Cancer, there's a Leo. There's a lot of people in your reading. Here you are, Capricorn. And like I said, aren't you going through it with somebody? You might feel like there are people around you that are absolutely petty, doing things, saying things for very petty reasons. And they're doing this, like I said, because they want your attention. For some of you, this is somebody that you're in a relationship with. Some of you have Aquarius in your chart. It seems like the main issue this week has something to do with what's going on at work more than anything. I think that's where you're having some sort of a challenging person, or challenging people, challenging circumstances with somebody at work that you can't stand. Why? Why are they doing this? Some of you, it's being done in front of other people. Something might be said in social media that might cause somebody to maybe go look for answers or go look for clues. You're burnt out with the stuff that's happening. Somebody in your energy this week has a lot of pride. They're just in their ego. They're all about themselves. Unless this is just how you feel about people that you work around. Because like I said, it looks like this is where the atmosphere is that I'm talking about. Not anywhere else will work. So it seems like maybe you're spending a lot of time at work. You might be impulsive about a decision that you make, because it looks like you're clashing with someone. You might think about leaving this week. Maybe you're thinking about leaving a particular situation, but maybe you don't have like a proper escape plan in like hatched out in your mind about how you might leave a particular situation, but it definitely feels like you're burnt out. And it definitely feels like you might need some time for your personal space to kind of clear things up. And maybe because you're going through something, maybe you're not going through something. I don't know yet, but I definitely see you like maybe eating a lot of junk. Maybe that helps ease the tension for you. Or you just might have a sweet tooth. Maybe you might be a little bit hungrier than maybe usual this week, Capricorn. Wow. That's the issue. 10 of Swords. Somebody's trying to ruin you, Capricorn, or somebody might feel that you're trying to ruin them. I think that's the issue. That's where you're having some sort of problem with somebody that you're working with, is because of that. I don't get it, Capricorn. Why someone is doing this, or why they're trying to ruin you. Maybe you might know. Or maybe that's just a question mark for you, is like, why is this person doing this? Why are they going out of their way? For a lot of you, it's more than one person that's doing this. Oh, yeah, you're pissed at somebody. Maybe something this week. Yeah, you're definitely turning someone down, or you're ignoring someone. You have a hard time concentrating, Capricorn. I think I touched on that. You're breaking some sort of a cycle. You might be even traveling to a faraway place. Okay, you definitely have a legal situation going on. We're going to see what that's about. For some of you, that's where the backstabber is. I don't know if you work in the legal profession. Betrayal. And you got health over here in reverse. Definitely feel like you've been neglecting your health on some level. But yeah, somebody in your energy you feel betrayed by, or something that they do, it's in their actions. It really shows you who somebody really is. Something might have you really tense, really tight. Capricorn, you might have this really tight expression on your face because you're pissed at somebody. You can't stand them. And it might be that you see a red flag with somebody that's around you. The person that might be trying to ruin you, it seems like somebody is trying to slow things down for you. Professionally. Especially an air sign, another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. If you're dealing with this air sign, trust they're not committed. That's the cycle that you're breaking. Somebody could be entering your energy this week, Capricorn. You might feel that they're completely unpredictable. You just don't know what might come of this communication, but it definitely feels like maybe after a time of not communicating, this person decides to reach out to you. They feel like you're a complete mystery to them, Capricorn. Some sort of conversation that's interesting. I said conversation. It almost sounded like I was going to say confrontation. Maybe it just seems like you might be having a tense conversation. Maybe it might turn into a confrontation about something. Maybe that's what somebody's concerned about, that it's going to turn into something's going to go left, especially if this has something to do with somebody that you were married to, are married to, or you might be discovering that somebody is married. Somebody that you might view as absolutely stubborn, Capricorn, and it might be as Leo, or they might feel that it's you. There might be something that you might have to say this week, Capricorn. You might get something off your chest. Maybe that helps you to close a chapter and leave something behind, because it seems like that's what somebody is hoping, that you can close a chapter on the past and be able to move forward beyond whatever that was that happened, or whatever that was said that hurt you. The problem is that someone is viewing somebody's behavior as a habit, like they've become too comfortable insulting you, saying slick remarks or whatever. So needless to say, it feels like you're annoyed by someone. You might have a musical talent, Capricorn. Maybe you might be getting back to your musical roots. Some of you could be thinking about maybe continuing your education, or deciding if there is a particular thing that maybe you were once doing and deciding that that's the end of the road with that thing. But you might get like a resurgence of energy when it comes to that. You might have wanted to stop doing something, and it seems like you might be deciding to, change your mind about it. You're moving, you're traveling. Definitely mentioned to you that somebody is leaving something, possibly because of some sort of information that they come across, some sort of knowledge that they get about something having to do with a Scorpio or a Pisces. Somebody has a lot of regrets for what happened, and they definitely see that you don't want to talk to them. I don't know. Something about this situation may change, Capricorn, coming up, or this is what somebody hopes. And for some of you, this is another Capricorn. We're talking about a legal situation. Somebody is worried about jail. This jail situation would be connected to a violent situation. Or this is like having to do with some driving situation. Somebody has like a DUI, possibly. Child support issue, child custody case. But definitely it feels like there's some sort of violence or offense having to do with a kid, a child or children. Some of you, it's time to go and do your own thing and start your own business. But you have a lot of self-doubts about that for some reason this week, or you're just kind of grappling with those self-doubts. Concentration takes you very far, Capricorn. Staying focused, because there's a lot of different little petty issues that might kind of throw you off. Stay focused if you're able to do so. You're making a lot of progress this week. It's time to cleanse a lot of negative energy off of you. You could be taking a spiritual bath, some sort of spiritual cleanse. Capricorn, a cross watcher. And you might even be getting a visit from your father. Your father could be here on this earth. Your father could have passed away. still there's a visit. Baby's father, your child's other parent. But there's somebody that you might feel is bossy. 9 times out of 10, Capricorn, somebody's viewing you as bossy. Aquarius. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for an Aquarius. This reading is general, Aquas, so there will be some things that you might need to kind of throw out from this reading and things that may resonate. Take those things in. Please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading from me based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Lastly, Aquas, we're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. We just are. If you're not in the headspace to deal with maybe some sensitive issues, it might be best that you kind of maybe excuse yourself and click off. Let's get it, Aquarius. Somebody sees you as somebody that they haven't talked to in a while. And this could be a Sagittarius. Maybe you might be reaching out to a Sag or a Gemini, because it definitely feels like there's some sort of information that might be coming into you. Somebody might be trying to explain something to you, Aquarius. Something in their life might be kind of fluctuating in their life. Something in somebody's life might be in a state of flux where they're not sure what's going on. They're not sure if maybe they're having to travel or leave a particular situation. You might be someone, Aquarius or cross-watcher, that takes care of other people and maybe for a living, or maybe that's just you. And they might be looking for you to maybe give them some sort of pointers or advice about something. Aquarius. Or you might be going to someone to get advice about something. I'm sorry, I just came across something that kind of like captured my attention, but I guess I'm gonna touch on that a little bit later. What's going on with the Aquas? You're gonna get whatever this is that you need this week, Aquarius. It seems like something that maybe you've needed has eluded you. You're gonna be getting the answers through intuition and downloads. Seems like there's a lot of this going on. If you can ground yourself, definitely protect your energy. As always, Aquarius, there's always some weirdness going on in the reading for Aquarius. Anyway, you might be getting communication from someone who is in the military or someone who has like a veteran status, whether or not this person has passed or they are here presently on this earthly plane. Whoa, there's a lot of people that are curious about you, or one person that in particular that is. Definitely rely on your intuition about whether or not to allow someone to get in your personal space, because I think this week somebody's intention is pretty questionable, or somebody is looking at you, Aquarius, as though they don't know what your intention is with maybe saying something or something that you've done, or that they feel that you've done. For some of you, Aquariuses, it says somebody has the wrong idea about you. So it kind of gives me the feeling that maybe someone doesn't know you, but they feel that they have you figured out. So, like I said, you haven't had contact with someone for a while. Now, it definitely feels that there's somebody that would like to make amends with you. Someone's name could be Egypt. Someone could possibly have like an African descent. Oh gosh, now you have a lot going on. Okay, let's focus on that. So let's see what's going on with this relationship that you have with someone. You've been holding on to something for the longest, Aquarius. So it seems like you are like a prisoner to something emotionally that you've been holding on to. So whether or not you decide to let someone come forward and repair a relationship with you, it seems like first and foremost, you're repairing a relationship with yourself, or damage that a relationship has caused you. You're finding a way to sort through that. And I think that's something that you're putting first is that. I think you're becoming more self-aware. And maybe caring a lot less about what other people think. Other people's opinions of you. Seems like you're putting that on the back burner. Especially having to do with a fire sign. There's somebody in your energy, whether this is a fire sign or not, that's loud, belligerent. Or maybe that's just them. Maybe they just kind of talk kind of loud. But from your, yes. And they say things that cut like a knife. Or Aquarius, somebody feels like you've done this. Yeah, this fire sign is definitely on one in your reading. You could be dealing with your opposite energy, a Leo possibly. They might be lowering the volume on their voice to come and talk about something. Maybe they're saying something. That's my way of saying that they're trying to maybe come in with a more peaceful vibe. But I definitely feel like you see through this person. There's a lot of lies, deception having to do with this person. And there's definitely some secrets here. If you're dealing with someone, you're trying to get to know them or try to get a feel for what they really want out of a relationship, trust. Somebody is not ready to commit to this right now. And they might have a whole bunch of other people that they're talking to as maybe other options, just in case this is not, it's not even a just in case for some of you guys. It's just that that's who they are. They have a whole bunch of other people on standby because they're not trying to commit to anyone. For others of you, some of you are in a third party, and there's definitely some cheating having to do with this. You're seeing the truth of it. You're seeing the truth of situations where you've given someone way too much of your time and energy, and you're definitely scaling back. As somebody feels ghosted. But for you, Aquarius or cross watcher, you might feel like this is for a reason. Somebody might be hunting you down. Maybe someone once did, and maybe now they're kind of backing down on that. Trust your gut feeling about people and their intentions. Aquarius, like I mentioned to you, I don't know if I really said this, but yeah, somebody could be, you are questioning somebody's intentions. I did say that. For some of you, you're a physical distance away from this person, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody's trying to decide if they should maybe come and see you, take that trip to come and see you, or you might be going to take a trip to go see somebody in jail. Somebody's in jail. Somebody's worried about a legal situation. If you are dealing with someone who is in a legal situation, or if this is you, somebody's looking for the truth. Someone feels like somebody's trying to cover something up. Somebody is in jail. Somebody could possibly be getting released, but not without some sort of legal consequence to something that may have happened. Now, this is kind of a warning, because for some of you, this legal situation comes as a consequence of some sort of argument, confrontation. Something can be avoided. So be careful about dealing with situations with your emotions and putting logic to the side, because it seems like logical thinking in certain situations will calm you down where you want to react emotionally and irrationally. Or you're dealing with someone who is. You might be going to the park this week, Aquarius. You might be going to a rural area. Definitely, possibly going to a cemetery. For some of you, you might be celebrating someone's death date, someone passed. And they might be really on your mind this week. And it might cause you to feel very emotional. Somebody has a gambling addiction. And you're getting a lot of attention from strangers. I know that sounds random, but for some of you who that makes sense to, that might be your confirmation. You're definitely getting over a betrayal. Maybe you're putting a past betrayal into some sort of creative project. Maybe you're writing a song or a story about something. It's time to take that trip. I think you've been delaying something. Aquarius, you might be deciding to travel, or I mentioned somebody's traveling to you. You might be needing some repairs around the house, or kind of doing some touch-ups around the house or whatever. You got a lot of decisions to make. Somebody is really going out of their way to research you. research something about you, trying to get clarity about you. Somebody is just overly curious about you. Like, really, like this is... I'm telling you about a legal situation. So somebody could be going undercover. Maybe this is just a random person, or this is the legal situation that we're talking about. Somebody's trying to uncover some sort of a secret. Possibly to try to embarrass you. You could be getting a package this week, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with other things in your life. Oh, it's time to talk about a particular emotional situation. You got an emotional conversation coming up with someone, possibly a Cancerian. It's either you're talking about something emotional, or they are, or you're their confidant. And they keep showing me the same card. Goodness, here we go. Ooh. Here it comes. Aquarius reading. The Aquarius reading never comes without BS and shenanigans. Okay, let's visit this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's put it on out there, Aquarius. I'll talk about this again. I mentioned to you, somebody's really trying to keep track of you, okay? Here I work. You do something professionally that I feel is getting a lot of attention. Some of you, this is socials. You got the devil card here. 15 is the devil in tarot. Okay, why is this here? Somebody is going out of their way to copy, imitate, sound just like you, say things verbatim, exactly the way that you're saying them, and then take credit for it. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. There's a Taurus, there's a Scorpio in your reading. Be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals, make them a reality in spite of the things that are going on in the background. There's a lot more. These are supposed to be short, so I didn't really want to elaborate on too much, but there's a lot going on in the background that I think that you're already aware of. So this, and if you watch previous Aquarius readings, it's the same thing. So this information might be a bit redundant because it just continues to happen. Okay, but in spite of the fact that you have these things going on, your ancestors and your guides, they have your back as usual. So you got somebody holding a grudge against you because you won't talk to them. And somebody is maybe posting things to try to get your attention or get a reaction from you, Aquarius or cross-watcher. I don't know. Like I said, you got that going on in the background, but you're going to get whatever it is that you need this week. But yeah, trust somebody's hunting you down. Or you're kind of like hunting someone down for information. Be careful of depression, Aquarius. It seems like this could be your depression, somebody else's. There could be some depression that could be spiraling out of control. You got some decisions ahead of you. You might have different paths you could possibly take, different routes you could take with something in particular. It definitely feels like somebody's trying to block you from your ability to move forward, especially an earth sign towards Virgo or Capricorn that is really on the prowl this week, having to do with you. Some cycles do need to come to a completion. You might need to put certain things to a stop in your life, especially if this has something to do with what somebody is saying to you or about you. You might feel like you want to sit somebody down and make somebody be quiet, Aquarius or cross-watcher. You're definitely healing from some old situations. Your success is coming in, Aquarius. Don't get discouraged if things have been delayed. Remember, we're talking about manifesting something that you want. Yes. What does your heart want? Something that means a lot to you has been delayed, but this week it seems like you're going to get back in the game. You're going to get some new energy, vitality, having to do with something, and it seems like you're back to it. You have a lot of pressure this week, Aquarius. It seems like you're going to handle this with grace, especially if this has something to do with family and kids. Whether or not these are your children, these are younger siblings, these are nieces, nephews, something's definitely going on with a child. I mentioned to you depression. You might want to check in with your kid. There's some dishonesty around you and definitely some anxiety about the truth coming out, having to do with something. Somebody's really, it might be hard for you to stay on target. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of different things, people, situations, circumstances that are crying out for your attention. Like I said, it might be easy for you to get distracted by these things. Your anxiety is up. Yeah, you do want to protect your energy, Aquarius. It just seems like there's been some negative energy around you, or somebody is sending you this negative energy. By trying to troll you, get reactions from you. It's this sort of thing, especially if you are online. I usually try to find out why, but I think that's irrelevant. I think your guides want you to not be distracted by that. Give this absolutely a lot less of your attention. Your attention rather. Listen to your intuition. We talked about that. There's somebody that's coming into your energy this week that you might feel has questionable intentions. I don't think that you're wrong about it. There's somebody that is seeing something about you, seeing you, coming across something that you're doing. They have the wrong perception of you, Aquarius. It's up to you about whether or not you want to change that situation having to do with that person and the way that they're seeing you. You probably won't. You might be working through a lot of deep-seated issues, Aquarius or cross-watcher. Things that maybe you put on the back burner, they're erupting to the surface this week. There might be some information that might come out this week having to do with you or someone else. Somebody might really be shocked about something that they see. Positive things are coming in like a flood for you, Aquarius, where things have been held up, they've been delayed. Especially if some things have been delayed since springtime. Now you're going to see things begin to flow a lot easier. Seems like you got some money coming to you too. Okay, some money might be coming into your account, Aquarius or cross-watcher this week. And yeah, if you're, like I mentioned to you earlier, you got some BS to cut through. But if you can do that, I think that you're going to make progress toward a particular goal that you have. And I promise you, there's been a very damaging relationship, possibly between parent and child, or maybe it's not. But either way, it looks like somebody would like to repair the damage. If you do not let this person end, and like I said, you're repairing the damage that a relationship has caused you or that you have caused someone. Definitely there's been some split ups. And yeah, I mentioned to you, you got a lot of pressure on you. But it looks like, you can get through it. I promise you, somebody's returning, and there's definitely there's somebody that's following you. This is likely being done online, that someone is following you, tracking you, trailing you, this sort of thing. Something weird though. For some of you, this is something weird. For some of you, it's not really out of the ordinary. Things in your life might be kind of scattered. It might be hard to keep organization. This sort of thing. It maybe it's hard to concentrate. It seems like there's some disorder going on with you or someone around you. It's almost like somebody's unpredictable, or situations in your life seem like it's unpredictable. It's hard to keep a grasp on what might happen next. Just came to me as all the cards kind of scattered and fell. Maybe there's some things in your life that are up in the air. I think the spirit guides are trying to tell me, Libra, this is definitely a Leo that's in your energy. Did I say this? Check out the videos for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Not everything in this reading may apply to you. We're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. Libra, if that's not your preference, please go ahead and click off. Libras. Yeah, it's time to move on from something. You are worthy. So maybe it's time to recognize your worth, Libra. I realize that something that has just been very abusive, very toxic, may not be worth your time. And communication might be kind of hard with someone, or it just has been with someone in particular. Possibly a Sag. There's a Sag and a Gemini that's in your reading. What did I get that for? I don't remember. I think it was Virgo. Some of you are dealing with a Virgo. That was Virgo. You're a Libra Virgo, some of you. There's some things that you must do. You might feel like these things are hard, but it seems like you got to rip off the Band-Aid and do what you need to do. You got some trips to take. These trips could be short trips, short distance trips, or there's something that you're going through, Libra, and it's short term. We'll put that back in the deck, and we're just going to keep shuffling. We're going to see how this plays out. You're definitely going through a tense situation with someone, Libra. It's almost like you're walking on eggshells with someone, or that might be how it is, kind of tense with maybe your interaction with someone. Maybe that's just how it's been. Ooh, you're going to come across something, Libra. You already saw something. 9 times out of 10, this is not something new that you're coming across. You've already seen something for yourself. Money has been a challenge for you, possibly because of a legal situation. Libra, you got some tensions going on at home. Or the financial situation is tied to your home. You might feel like you're above your head when it comes to money. You have some digestive issues, Libra. You had a pet. You might be spending a lot more time with an animal that you absolutely love. But it seems like, Libra, a cross watcher, someone feels like you don't take enough responsibility for something. You might be feeling this way toward them. They could possibly be feeling this way about you. But definitely communication seems like it's off. Libra, somebody feels like you've done something, or a cross watcher, you might feel this way about the Libra. Whomever this is, somebody feels like they witnessed something. They saw something. And now because someone has seen something, somebody can't wiggle out. They can't wiggle free from the truth. They might try to, Libra, but they can't. So this week, it definitely feels like somebody's been doing some hunting on you, some information on you. Someone does have a legal situation. Someone's worried that they're going to get a lot of time. You are very hyper self-conscious, Libra. Or you're around somebody that is. You're very wise. You have a lot of wisdom. Oh, this is how people see you. But it seems like even though people may see you this way, you got a lot of insecurities this week for whatever reason. You're very hurt, or you're dealing with someone who is. Some of you, you're dealing with somebody that has a really serious health issue that they need to look into. I think you've given someone your heart, Libra, and now I think you're confused. You might be getting your labs drawn. Maybe you might be getting your vision checked because maybe it's blurry. Oh, gosh. Now we get to the truth. This is why someone's going to look for the truth. Someone views someone as deceptive. Somebody feels like there's some red flags having to do with your situation. Somebody's a snake. So I think you're questioning someone's intentions, possibly a water sign. And yep, I didn't tell you I was going to put it back, and it comes right back out. So I guess we're going to talk about it. in a moment. I really don't want to go there with this reading this way, Libra, but yeah. Communication is off, or you are intentionally not talking to someone. Maybe this has something to do with, maybe that is the legal situation. Maybe there's something prohibiting you from talking to someone. So you could be getting a restraining order. Somebody wishes that someone would come clean, be transparent about something, because somebody knows that somebody's up to something. They've been doing some things behind their back. Libra, they're completely aware. Whether they say it or not, they know. For some of you, this is a family member. What happened? What's going on, Libra? I'm just at a loss. I don't understand. Maybe that's you too. Maybe you don't understand this person. Maybe you feel like there's somebody who is just very complicated. It's just kind of hard to detect or put your finger on what really is the issue with them. Somebody has a drinking problem. And if they do, Libra, they're going to start running their mouth. They're going to be doing a lot of ranting. There's been some cheating going on, and it seems like someone this week might be deciding that they're going to do some revenge cheating. They're going to cheat on you because you've been cheating on them. That's their way of getting even. Or someone feels like they come across something where they feel like you could have said something to their face rather than saying these things behind their back. Somebody's running their mouth. Information is getting back to you about something or vice versa. Some of you are in a relationship or you're getting to know this person. You have a child and this person might feel like your child is competition for your time. I don't know how to make that make sense. They want to spend more time with you, but they feel like your child is getting in the way or your child is monopolizing your time. It just seems like, Libra, you're deciding to put your child first. And somebody might feel like there's something about that that's unbalanced, whether it's this person you're in a relationship with or it's a family member that has an issue with the way that maybe you're interacting with their somebody's child, possibly. Some of you are married to this person, but some of you, this is a new situation. Some of you, if we're talking about a past situation, they see you as the best that they've ever had, Libra. Somebody this week, somebody feels like there's somebody that's hounding them for a commitment because they're very emotional. And somebody might be giving somebody a ring or some level of commitment to make them be quiet and stop hounding them about something. What's going on with this argument? Whatever this is, somebody's been trying to hide something from you. They're continuing to be evasive. This is the week that you get to the truth. Now, whatever this is, the truth that somebody is hunting down, whatever they come across, it's going to piss them off. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's the way that somebody is looking at you. It looks like she got a hand across her face. Somebody is violent. Maybe you feel like somebody's trying to silence you. Somebody could be doing shut up spells on somebody. Like somebody wants you to not say something. Somebody's doing some sort of witchcraft on someone. And it might not be literal witchcraft. This witchcraft that I'm speaking of, the way that I'm interpreting this is mind games, manipulation. It's in what they say. It's in the things that they do. Okay. Somebody's a bit of best way I can put it is a con artist. I'm not trying to offend, but I'm gonna read it how I'm feeling it, how I'm sensing it, and that's how I'm feeling. Okay, if you have been going through some conflict with someone, 9 times out of 10, Libra, this person is going to be very stubborn about this. You might not get communication from this person. Somebody has had it up to here with an earth sign towards Virgo or Capricorn. Somebody's constantly betraying their trust. They saw your message, Libra, a cross watcher. They're going to ignore it for right now. Or you might decide to send somebody's message and you're wondering, hey, did they get it? They saw it. They're not going to say anything back, though. I am reading for Libra. Libra, this is possibly you, or you're dealing with another air sign. You might be dealing with this earth sign, or like I said, you are the Libra Virgo. Somebody's torn whether or not they should approach you about this thing. Somebody knows that there's somebody else involved. Some of you are in a third-party situation, or this is a family member that's possibly getting involved in the middle of what's going on. Or somebody feels like somebody has gone to this air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, to talk about relationship issues. Some old issues. Somebody trying to dig up dirt about you, but I think this is somebody that you know. Libra. Somebody has been in jail, then they are getting out of jail. Or you've had some sort of jail interaction, police involvement in your situation. It looks like somebody has gotten out on probation, parole, or this is the results of something. You might be getting some good news about a jail situation where somebody might have thought that they were going to get locked up or get a lot of time, and maybe they don't. Somebody might be released, possibly getting a shorter sentence, a better consequence, an easier consequence for some sort of legal situation. But until then, it just seems like there's a legal situation that's up in the air for someone, and they're just really worried about it. But meantime, somebody's addiction is just really irritating somebody. You see all these candles, trust and believe me when I say, Libra, this would be something that you would know about, or you feel it. This is your confirmation. It's not for everyone. Not all of you are going through this. There's probably one or two people that needed to hear this. So if it doesn't, please disregard. Please do not become paranoid about this if you are the paranoid type. But what I'm trying to tell you is somebody has been lighting up candles on you. Somebody has been trying to curse you. This is the person that's looking for you. There's jealousy involved in this situation. For some of you, it has something to do with the third party that's doing this. For others of you, this is something entirely different. Somebody trying to mess up something that's going well for you, especially a love life. Now, this might be a side piece that might be irritated because you're moving on or whatever, or that you didn't choose them. I don't know whose story that is. But anyway, you might be getting a package. There might be a letter that could be coming your way this week, Libra. This might contain some information that might give you some peace of mind, or it might point you in the right direction about what to do about something that has just been confusing for you. Come on, the devil again. Maybe that's you. How I mean this is, you might be masking your emotions in front of other people, but in your private moments, maybe you're very emotional. Nothing wrong with that. Not everybody might need to see your heart on your sleeve. Come on, did I say somebody lighting candles on you? I don't know, you might be seeing, I want to say all this stuff. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on for the Libra nation. Let's see what's going on with your money. I'll say this, you got some nosy people in your energy, and yes, you're definitely going to look closer at something because somebody is lying about something. Somebody's lying about money, lying about something, and it's definitely detected because somebody's looking for the truth, okay? Somebody's lying about their past in particular. Come on. So some rituals being done. Let's talk about it. You're dealing with somebody who's very versed in magic. And somebody could be doing some stuff. Now, they're going to cover up their identity. They don't want you to know. But you might be going to look for this information to get to the source of the information. I don't know why this reading is coming out like this, Libra. I'm really trying to move on to some other stuff. What's going on with Libra's money? Let me just try a different deck. Yeah, let's see. Libra, what's going on with your money? You might be fighting for your privacy this week, okay? I mentioned you, nosy, invasive people. You, Libra, you're the messenger. That is your purpose. And maybe it's something about that you might be changing. Or there's some sort of career change. Maybe you're doing something differently this week when it comes to a particular message that you're meant to convey. Love what you have in your life right now. Remember, love is the key. Something that's in your life this week, Libra, may change, especially something connected to your past. Something in your life this week may need to change about something. Something that you have in your, And if it was ever a question mark about whether or not you should give up on something, as far as your purpose is concerned, they're saying, don't do it. In spite of how many people come in to oppose what it is that you're doing or silence you or whatever. You're here for a purpose, or whatever you're doing. As far as your calling is concerned, you're doing this for a reason, and you are moving in the right direction. Some of you, the question mark, the thing that's up in the air is a moving situation. Something is going to be cleared up. You might start out at the beginning of the week, Libra, not knowing how something is going to be to work out, and you might have a lot of anxiety about this. You're going to be shown the way. Trust. But you do have somebody that maybe somebody feels like you've crossed them, Libra, and so this might be some sort of type of revenge thing. Whether this is imaginary revenge or somebody, maybe you did. I don't know. I'm not looking to investigate that, but that's what I see. Sorry, your reading was so random. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just viewing it as random, and maybe it makes perfect sense to you. This may be a reading that may resonate for you if you happen to have Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for a Gemini, and some things in this reading may make sense. Please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. Now, if you would like a reading from me based on your own personal energy, Gemini, you can always book a reading with me on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Lastly, Geminis, we're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. Take this moment to click off if you are not in the headspace to maybe hear about things that are sensitive and delicate. Let's get it. Definitely feels like you're offended about something that someone has said, and maybe now you're not communicating with this person the way that you maybe have in the past. Your interaction has obviously changed. For you, you're like, I need to heal from this. I need a moment. That sort of thing. Now, somebody might feel like you're holding a grudge, Gemini, but it's really that you're hurt due to a past conflict that it's just not easy to bounce back from. It's hard to either for you to make peace with something that has happened, whether it's related to a relationship or it's something that's unrelated. But for a lot of you, it's due to what somebody said. Somebody said some out-of-pocket, underhanded things to you, or it's in the things that they've done. And so right now, because you've already reacted to the situation, or you feel that that's what somebody's intentions was to grab some sort of reaction to make you the villain. You're like, I'm cool on you. I don't really need to have any sort of interaction. Or this is what somebody is thinking, that if they were to approach you, is going to go overboard. This week, Gemini or cross-watcher, somebody is obsessed in the way that they're thinking about you. Obsessed about a particular situation. And they're feeling undecided about whether or not they should maybe approach you with this situation or not. Somebody might be passing by your house, whether or not this is connected or this is not connected. There's definitely somebody passing in front of your place. You might have some bones that you might need to tend to. Maybe you have a fracture. You might be getting an x-ray or something connected to your health or the health of somebody around you may need to be looked into a bit closer. Be careful about being a perfectionist. Gemini, everything does not have to be perfect, but in your mind, you might feel that everything just has to perfectly fall into place, or things have to have a particular aesthetic to it. It has to look a certain way. You have to sound a certain way. I think your guys want you to let your hair down a little bit. I wanted to call you Libra, I guess, because I just pulled Justice, which represents a Libra. But Gemini, some of you are dealing with Libras. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, and some things in your life may not go as planned. Somebody around you is not being truthful, or Gemini, somebody might feel that it is you. Somebody is obsessively looking for the truth, and somebody really wishes that someone would change. Maybe you feel like your independence level is not what you would like it to be, and maybe you're just beating up on yourself about it, or this is just a habit. There's a habit that you're trying to break. Financially, it seems like there's something that you owe and it's on your mind this week, Gemini. Drinking coffee. Wow. If somebody is going to look for information, Gemini, they're coming across it. Or this is somebody that feels like they have proof or they have receipts on you. You might be getting a lot of confirmations, maybe a lot of repeating numbers, especially the number 11, unless you are dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe you're going to New York. Maybe you are from New York or the East Coast. You might be getting some communication from somebody that has an accent, maybe a strong Eastern accent, a Southern drawl. Guidance is going to be delayed, but it definitely comes in. What are you thinking about? You're obsessing about something, Gemini. Somebody could be part of the LGBTQ community. Gemini. So I'm specifically picking up on the word queer. Okay, Gemini. Okay, you're definitely getting closer to communication. If this communication does not occur this week, it definitely feels like it's getting closer. You also have some good news coming in, Gemini. It might feel like this is a long time coming. You've been waiting for this information, feeling like it's never going to reach you, and it does. You got some good communications coming in about some good news. Some things are about to change in your situation. So maybe there's a number that you're saying repeatedly. Maybe it's 555. Okay, definitely about a financial matter. Finances, it looks like, Gemini, you're able to maintain. You might have to move some things around or kind of be kind of strategic about how you're spending, but it looks like you're able to maintain. What is this that you're worried about? Oh, you're worried about a legal situation, yours or somebody else, okay? Because somebody is, like I said, obsessed, down in the dumps about something. It feels like it's the not knowing of something. So maybe it's literally about a jail situation, or it's just something has you mentally kind of like distracted because you don't know how something is going to turn out. So it seems like instead you're obsessed about something that you feel like you don't have clarity about this week. Whatever this situation happens to be, Gemini, it's not going to last always. It's temporary. You're going to be getting some answers coming up pretty soon, Gemini, and it looks like these are good things. The outcome to whatever it is that you're thinking about, you're dreading it. Maybe you're dreading a decision, somebody else's decision. Maybe you and someone, you're in a relationship. Maybe you're waiting for them to make a decision, or there's a decision that's being made about a legal situation and you're not sure. Maybe that's the thing that you're obsessing about. Clarity comes in this week. And like I said, it's some good news. Or for some of you it is, and for others of you, you're going to be able to adapt to some sort of change that may come as a result of a legal situation. It does not feel like it's the end of the world. It actually feels like a majority of you, there's a successful outcome to this. You've been working hard for something and it works out for your best interest. Okay, because it definitely feels like luck is on your side. So if things have been kind of hard, things have the ability to turn around this week. Somebody's looking for you, been looking for you for the longest. Looking for you is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Or it's just hard for somebody to get in touch with you. They feel like you take forever to answer back. Family member for some of you specifically a father figure. Wow, as soon as I say that, the Emperor, so maybe this has something to do with an Aries figure, an Aries individual. Something, just because something's been delayed, Gemini, doesn't mean that it's not going to work out. You got some money coming in, put some aside. You're going to need it for something that you might be dealing with next week, okay? Because you got some sort of cycle going on with your money. Cycle that you feel like you can't get a hold of. Or this is just you constantly worried about money. You got a Cancerian that's in your energy, a Sagittarius that's in your energy, and who's also in your energy is somebody with a flower name. Somebody's name could literally be lavender, violet, rose, lily, jasmine. Yeah. Somebody with a flower name could be getting in touch with you. Or maybe that's just the person that has an issue with you. This is Gemini. Your father, whether your father is here on this earth or your father has passed, there's a father figure that's just on your mind. That's possibly an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody's going to come and try to uplift your energy. Come on. If their name isn't Rose, or you don't know somebody named Rose, first, middle, last, or nickname, yeah, maybe somebody's name is Belle. I mentioned you. Somebody's from the South. Here's the confirmation. Somebody's a Southern Belle. I know it's spelled differently, but you get the point. Communication. Somebody's coming to communicate with you. Somebody that you feel is absolutely controlling. Now, they haven't worked up the nerve to come and talk to you because they don't know if it's not you, because it looks like you and somebody are going through something. You're thinking about something. They're thinking about the same thing. Somebody just doesn't know what to do about something. And they're obsessed about the situation. There could be a family gathering coming up for you. Possibly because you got some sort of celebration. It's either some good news or the celebration is a birthday. It is Gemini season. So you might be reaching out to someone for their birthday, Gemini. But somebody's going to be passing by your house. Or they have been. Protect your energy, Gemini. You're way too open. Way too vulnerable. I'm not talking about with your emotions. I'm talking about with you being an energy, like an empath. And maybe that's why you're having anxiety, because you're just kind of like too open and you're absorbing a lot of energy that's around you. Money situations have the ability to turn around. Like I said, it's delayed, but the answer is still yes for you. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for Gemini? Deal with the unexpected. Treat the unseen as a divine offering. Come on, you're a Gemini. You have the ability to adapt. Like I said, you might have some, I don't think I was clear about it, but you might have some unpredictable situations, unpredictable people. Take your time to talk yourself out of this anxiety, because your anxiety might be telling you a lot of stories and making the stories big in your head, right? Where you're obsessing over it. But the issue is you can deal with it. You can adapt. Some things are changeable. You might feel like you don't have the power to change certain things because they've been delayed. And maybe for some people around you, these things have been affecting. Things have the ability to turn around this week. For sure, Gemini or cross watcher. Aries, this may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aries in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. 7th house placement, or if you happen to be cross watching for an Aries. Keep in mind, Aries, that not everything that is mentioned in this reading may apply to you directly. Sometimes these things may not be playing out with you, but they may be playing out. Somebody's playing around in your energy. But anyway, these things may be playing out with someone that is around you if they're not playing out with you directly. So please listen to this with an open mind. Some of you, even though I'm saying this is a 7-day forecast, it may not play out this week. Not everything happens at the exact same time for everyone in the zodiac. So sometimes be patient. It may resonate maybe a month later. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. You would like a reading from me. You can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be Angelic Ascensions Tarot. I have same-day readings available for tomorrow. If you have something that's kind of urgent, or maybe it's not, and you just want to get something off your chest and maybe find something out. We're going to go over some topics that are delicate, that are sensitive. If it's not that, if you're not really in the headspace to maybe hear about delicate subjects, maybe take this opportunity to kind of click off. Do what you feel is best for you. Preserve your mental health, because I feel like something is going on with your mental health Aries around this time. Yours or somebody around you. Let's get it, Aries. Let's see what's going on for you in this next 7 days. Something's going on within. Some of you, maybe it's time for somebody get a mastectomy. Maybe it is time to go to take care of your women's health. Somebody have breast cancer? Somebody passive this? I'm sorry, Aries. I don't know why I'm starting. I'm sorry. I'm going to start off the reading like that. Somebody in your situation is really concerned about independence. And it just seems like something connected to this is just kind of up in the air. Now, there's definitely somebody that wishes that someone would take accountability for something. Because whatever this is that somebody is thinking about, they're thinking about it obsessively. They're thinking about it constantly. And it seems like when somebody's thinking about the Aries, that might be you, or you're dealing with another fire sign. I don't know how you have an Aries on Aries to relationship. That seems intense. But maybe you're dealing with a Sag or a Leo. Somebody's thinking about things. And when they think about these things, it seems like it's hard for them to keep their composure. Somebody might feels as though someone is trying to dodge the blame for something that is absolutely their fault. Or from their standpoint, they feel like somebody's at fault, but somebody just won't be responsible for something. Or maybe it's not something, maybe it's for a particular person. Maybe you want somebody to step up more and be more of a present parent. Some of you, Aries Nation, you are single parents, or you are raised by a single parent. Somebody wants someone to take, or you're repeating the cycle. Your parents went through something in particular, and you're going through that as well. Your father cheated on your mom, or vice versa, and now you're going through the same sort of issue. Aries, I don't know. But somebody is obsessively thinking about something. I'm trying to get to it. And it seems like it's due to some sort of past argument. And the fact that somebody is just narrow-minded about something, it's just hard for you to maybe make your point made with someone. You might feel like you might get an irrational response from someone. So instead, I mentioned to you at the top of the reading, you want independence. It comes out twice. This whole thing about independence, someone wishes that someone would relinquish control. They're like, come on, give me, this feels like this is a child. Like they're like, loosen the reins a bit. Let me think for myself. Let me do more for myself. Someone is looking at someone as though they are controlling. In a relationship, maybe some of you are, somebody's the breadwinner and somebody is, I don't know, the caretaker or whatever. However that dynamic is, somebody wishes that someone would let go. Or this is you just kind of holding on to something, not wanting to let something go. When maybe it is genuinely time to release something. Maybe it's time to become independent from someone. Right beneath that is snake. Come on with it. So you're looking at this snake like you know that something is up. I think that there's somebody around you that you do not trust, and that there's somebody that just will not change. Some of you, you might feel like you are delaying the inevitable. You might feel like it's time to let something or someone go. Yes, and forgive. Maybe it's not a forgiveness thing for you though, Aries. Maybe it's a forget thing. It's like you can forgive, because it looks like you're a very friendly person, very approachable. Well, maybe you're not going through something, but this week, there's just something about your body language, possibly. They could be misinterpreting it, Aries or cross watcher, but maybe not. Somebody around you, you just don't want to deal with them. There's a relationship in your life with somebody that is controlling, and you might start to feel like you're wasting your time. You might wish that someone would be vulnerable with you. Aries or cross watcher, they got a wall up. This wall is not going to be easy to be brought down. not without first taking accountability for something, because somebody's looking for that. Someone had high expectations for this, and now it just seems like somebody is just kind of backing away from this situation. But trust me when I say somebody is very hurt over something that was said or done, especially about a lie. Somebody lied, and somebody wants somebody to be real about it. Somebody needs to get to, I'll come back to that. I just hope that I don't forget. Oh, I think you have an extremely immense spiritual gift, Aries. I just think that you doubt it. Or a cross watcher. Definitely chosen for something. Some of you, it's your mom. Your mom is a fire sign or an earth sign. There's some sort of physical ailment with somebody around you. You might be somebody that sees into the spirit world, Aries. You might be noticing a lot of, there's a particular presence around you, Aries, that you might be kind of noticing. Yeah, there's nobody budging this week. If this is about a maybe you could possibly be communicating with this person, but there's something in particular you're avoiding. It's either that or you're not talking to somebody. I know it's not called Twitter anymore, but something's going on social media. There's some sort of gossip about this. The rumor mill is chirping about something. Aries, I heard Scorpio so loudly. Somebody has said something really damaging. Whoever this is that you're dealing with, or Aries, they might feel like the things that you say cut like a knife. Yeah, this bridge is burned. For some of you, it has something to do with a child. Come on with the snakes, though. They come in abundance this week, Aries, or this is how someone is viewing you, whether it is the truth or they just have a misconception about you. But there's definitely a lot of backbiting, a lot of gossip, a lot of temptation having to do with something here. Let's see how this goes. I just want to see how it plays out. Somebody's going to look for evidence. If there is something that you are signing, Aries, look through it. Read the fine print of whatever this is that you are signing. I don't know if you're having cramps. There's something going on with somebody's, this is feminine health. I guess it could be a male. Somebody needs to go to the urologist. They may need to get their prostate checked. If this is a woman, somebody that is, I don't want to say man or woman, however you identify, but you overcomplicating this. Somebody needs to go and get their uterus checked, their fallopian tube. Something's going on there with the reproductive system. Maybe it's been a while since you've been to the gynecologist, the urologist. You got to go to the doctor. Something it needs to be looked at. Or maybe the reason that you're feeling sluggish or you don't feel well is because of the way that you're eating. You might be making some, maybe you're eating out a lot, or you're making some, trying to tell you somebody's afraid to let go of a relationship, even though they know it's over. You might be trying to go with the flow. Now, this person that came into your life, Aries, it seems like this person was meant to now they may not be somebody that likes to deal with super deep emotional issues. They might avoid these types of things, but for you, they were meant to be a catalyst to make you dig deep when it comes to your emotions and to help bring out these childhood traumas. This person, you might feel that they're a liar in situations where they don't need to be. And something connected to this situation may have triggered some sort of insecurity within you. I think you could be very self-conscious and very judgmental of yourself, Aries or cross-watcher. It might be hard for you to kind of keep a positive state of mind, Aries. Maybe this is just you on your normal day-to-day thinking, but it might have something to do with something that was done or said this week. The way it's hard to communicate, especially with a burned bridge. Somebody knows that they mess things up. Aries. Seems like you've been having some delays. Yeah, this is you. I think this is you. I think you've lost yourself. This feels, I'm like, is it really that deep? Is it what somebody said to you? But I think it is. I'm like, am I missing something? Anyway, it's hard to mend something after the words have been said. Somebody's hurt or humiliated over something, embarrassed over something. Communication is coming in. It's not coming in from an Aries, though. This communication comes in from an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. There's a cycle that may need to be closed. Aries, like I said, you might be cutting somebody off. Maybe you might feel that it's time to move on from something. Cheryl. Somebody that you might feel is stubborn. I don't know. Let's see. This week, Aries, it seems like there's some guidance that you might be going to look into. Maybe you might be spending more time with a pet. Maybe this is how you kind of bounce back. Maybe you feel like you got involved with someone a bit too young, or there's a child or somebody that you might feel is a young adult that might be getting their heart broken this week if it's not you. Yeah, definitely this week. Aries. Oh, I almost wanted to say Gemini. You got to be dealing with a Gemini or a Leo. Definitely follow your gut instincts. Your instinct is telling you something. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner knowing. You're not wrong. Even if it's not about this situation in general. I think you have a beautiful gift. Aries, I just think you might have a hard time trusting what that gift is. The boundaries, they're going up. You might be moving kind of slow this week, Aries, but go at your pace. Things are going to pick up at a pace where you got to go at the pace that's comfortable for you. You might have some choices that you might need to make. And you might have some possessions or maybe some finances that you're concerned about. Maybe you have some joint finances with someone. Anyway, it seems like that's something that you might be discussing with this individual. Somebody sings. Aries or cross watcher, somebody might have a bird name, Robin, Raven, Jay. I don't know. You might be coming in contact with this person this week. Somebody for sure crossed the line with you. That's exactly what I want. Goodness. I'm reading this and I'm saying it. Somebody wants something from you. Somebody wants you. Yes, but I think somebody wants something from you that they feel that you're not giving them. There's a child that might not feel wanted. Sad to say, but that's what this feels like to me. Somebody may have felt like the timing was off, or maybe they were in another relationship or they just weren't ready to commit. And now it seems like somebody has changed their mind. This sort of thing, Aries or cross watcher. I just think that somebody can't get to you. They don't have access to you. You've moved on to another relationship, but somebody feels the need to talk to you. On the flip side of things, you got some money coming in this week. Maybe it's a pay week for you, or maybe by the end of this week, sometime between the next 7 days, with some patience. Aries, there's a financial situation that is coming in for you that might give you some sort of unexpected resources. Some money could be coming in. You're getting some sort of income. There's some success coming in for you within these next 7 days. There's a goal that you're trying to reach. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel and realize that something really is reachable. You're experiencing some sort of positive change coming up for you. And, but at the same time, emotionally, you might be feeling down, maybe a little bit tired, maybe a bit frustrated having to do with something. You might be overly concerned about people that are working against you. Trust, they're going to get their karma. Okay, but it feels like honor and respect are coming to you about something, Aries, or you're witnessing this go down with somebody around you. Yeah, see, it's just something going on with mental health. Okay, but I was going to say maybe it's postpartum depression, but I was going to say pregnancy. Maybe that's the women's health situation. Some of you could be finding out about a pregnancy, approaching the end of your pregnancy. Somebody around you might be hearing pregnancy news. Trust. Somebody wants you to be honest. You got all this armor on, Aries or cross watcher, for a regular conversation. Somebody wants you to take the armor off. They're like, what are you got all this armor on? This is a vulnerable conversation. They want you to take it down a notch. But trust, somebody misses you. They miss the sound of your voice. They miss the interaction that they had with you. I don't think that you're going to get a direct apology, possibly, Aries or cross watcher, if that's something that matters to you. But yeah, it definitely feels like someone wants to connect with you. Somebody could have a crystal name. Amethyst. We talked about rose, amber, sapphire, topaz. Come on, there's a Leo. Somebody has a flower name. Okay. Rosemary. Maybe somebody's name is Rosemary. You have something that you owe as far as something that you need to pay on. You don't feel like you can pay on it at the beginning of this week. Within this next 7 days, you're going to have some disposable income to figure something out. I don't know. Disposable, it seems like you might have to pay, you might be paying some bills with it, but at least you'll have it at your access. Leo. This reading may resonate for you if you happen to have Leo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for a Leo, you might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Leos, keep in mind that this reading is general. Not all details in this reading may apply to something directly that is happening to you, but it could be happening to somebody around you. Even though I'm saying that these are things that may play out within the next 7 days, listen to this with an open mind. Not everything happens exactly at the same time for everyone. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, Leos, you can, or cross-watchers, book a reading on my website, which is angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. It's a lot of energy, Leo. I guess spirit guys are saying get started. We're gonna talk about some emotional issues, Leo. Let me warn you of that. If that's not something that you want to hear about, maybe this isn't the reading for you. Feel free to click off. Goodness, you made somebody the center of your world, Leo. You might be making a lot of sacrifices, Leo. Especially for someone in particular. Someone that you might feel is very confusing this week. And maybe you feel like this person is a bit erratic. And this person could possibly be an air sign. They don't have to be, but they might have it someplace in their chart. Leo, somebody might be very attracted to you. They might be kind of into you. Or you might be into someone. Leo, somebody is viewing somebody as gullible. Naive. Maybe this is a child. Possibly. Oh, wow. Okay. I kind of wish I didn't pick those up, but I did. So I guess we're going to touch on these topics, but not right off the bat. Yeah, there's somebody that's into you, and I think they're going to approach you, Leo. Or there's somebody that you have your eye on. My tongue wanted to say lie. You have your lie. Somebody is lying to somebody. Oh, yep. And this is the week that you're getting clarity. You're coming across something online, something that you may see. It could be related to love. It may not be. It could definitely be related to finances. Somebody's trying to swindle someone, maybe financially. This might be somebody. Is this really happening? Either way, clarity is coming in. Leo, it might be you that doesn't have this clarity about something. Yeah, something's going down at work, at school. Somebody's watching. Okay. Like I said, you have your eye on someone. Somebody has their eye on you. And for some of you, somebody doesn't have their eye on you for good reasons, but for some of the eyes that are watching you, interested in you, you might have multiple people that are watching you, Leo, for whatever reason. You are a performer, you're an actor, you do something this week that might bring you a lot of attention. Now, I talked to you at the beginning about somebody thinking that someone is naive. You might be wondering, whether or not somebody loves you. It's in their body language, whether or not it's your child's father, your ex, or this is a partner, somebody that you're interested in. Somebody might not be. Or you might be feeling like you're in a relationship with a deadbeat partner. Comes right back out. Somebody spirit guides Leo. I wanted to say Virgo. You might be Leo, Virgo cusp. You came out heavily Leo in the Virgo reading. Somebody's spirit guides are inviting them to change or to really maybe see something about themselves, or maybe there's something about someone in particular that you wish would change. You're making a decision this week, Leo, or cross watcher, to stay or go. And it seems like you've been grappling with that decision for a while. Why is this coming out for everybody's reading? There's someone that you really do love, romantic or platonic, but and this person might be an earth sign, and I did say Virgo. It could be Taurus or Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If it's obviously not their sun sign that I'm talking about, somebody has said something that is really cut deep, or there is something that you've seen for yourself, or something that someone around you has seen for themselves, and it seems like something does cut deep. So the fire sign is in your reading. I think this is the case for you, Leo. I think that you're somebody that can see somebody else's situation easier than maybe, oh my gosh, easier than you can see your own situation. Somebody's been looking for you for the longest, Leo. Possibly a Pisces. Maybe a Pisces Aquarius. There's a lot of, whoever we're talking about, Leo, this could be you. Somebody's going through a deep depression. Especially about something in particular. I don't know if it's about this. I think you're dealing with somebody who's prone to depression. You might be noticing some red flags about someone's mental health this week. Leo, maybe you might be helping somebody, offering them a helping hand. But anyway, somebody might disappear. They've ghosted you. This feels like this is the week that somebody pops up. Maybe not literally, Leo. They might pop up online. They might pop up in a conversation. And you might find yourself discussing this person or discussing something having to do with them. But somebody in your situation is definitely being misled, or you are helping someone else see that about their situation. There's some life lessons this week that I think are eye-opening for you, Leo. You might have some plans to go someplace. Maybe you have plans to travel. Maybe you feel like the universe is giving you hints to go somewhere, especially when it comes to the water, the ocean. I don't know. You might be having some unusual weather around you this week, Leo, just as a random side note. Either way, I think you've been having drama with someone. Maybe even if it's not physically, it might even be in your head that you're having this drama with this person. You're really seeing the truth about someone. There's someone that you already feel is dishonest, lying about something, covering something up, especially if this has something to do with a commitment. I don't know if this is you going to a reader or Leo, you are a reader. Somebody picks up the clues or they get clarity about what they needed to see. Tangible proof about whether or not somebody is a cheater and whether or not they should leave a situation. Somebody's been thinking about leaving for a minute. Leo. Your spirit guides come in to comfort you, Leo, about something, especially there's someone that passed that means a lot to you. This particular person is your guardian angel and they're very close to you at this time. You've got a Gemini that comes into your reading. And I think some of you Leos are either insecure about your purpose or like you don't trust in your purpose or your path. Like you're not sure if you should go this particular direction or you just feel like you're not cut out for it, but you really are. This is your thing. This is your path. Leo, some of you are holding on to a codependent situation when your guides are trying to get you to let go and to see the truth about this. And if you don't see the truth about it, trust, clarity is coming about something in your life, whether it's about a relationship or it's someone's intentions. Goodness. So let's see what this whole thing is about. Catching somebody red-handed. That's what I mean. You got receipts. You got proof of something this week. Something is going on financially. Am I right, spirit guys? Is somebody taking something from you? Random. You're traveling, Leo, possibly either coming up. Be mindful of your surroundings and your things. Somebody could possibly be trying to pickpocket you, swindle you. You've definitely been swindled or duped when it comes to love, though. Or you might feel like somebody is a hypocrite. They're good at deceiving, but you can see through this person. Or something comes through to help you see this. Somebody within your career field, oh, Leo, this is where the snake in the grass is. Wow. Somebody's trying to take something from you that they feel. They made this up in their head, though, Leo. Or cross-watcher. They made it up in their head that you've taken something from them. So they're coming back to try to retrieve that very thing that's from you. Possibly through magic. Because didn't I say it at the beginning? Shows you this card that said curse. This could be somebody speaking ill of you. Somebody this week is immature. Somebody's name could be Crow. Somebody might resemble a bird. I don't know. You had a legal situation. Oh, does this have something to do with money? I think so. It's a friend that you don't trust. What's going on with money with Leo? I'm thoroughly confused. Do you have a protective amulet sort of thing, Leo? Put some safeguards and protection out for you. Somebody has the evil eye against you. Or you, Leo, you're the one doing some sort of magic ritual on someone. Somebody is well versed in magic or they try to appear like they are. Ooh. You got a messy people around you, Leo. Somebody trying to rat somebody else. Somebody is persistently doing something against you. Being nasty against you, Leo. Why? Anyway, regardless of the why, the why seems insignificant for some of you. Some of you, you do spell work, tarot, and so does this person. This might be a witch doing this to another witch. I really don't want to focus on all this BS in your reading. Anyway, career-wise, it seems like you got some upward momentum. Some of you, you're trying to maybe climb the corporate ladder, trying to get another better paying position. You're trying to get a raise. Somebody, and it might not even be that deep. Yeah. It just seems like somebody's trying to tear you down, prevent you from having something, maybe silence you. Come on. Somebody feels like you got dirt on them, Leo or cross watcher. You see this? Somebody trying to rat somebody out. Somebody wishes that somebody would shut up. Somebody may feel like you know something, Leo. They don't want you to tell it. Replace the old cycle with a new exciting one. Some doors in your life, Leo, may need to close. I think this is your thoughts. I think you dwell in the past a lot, Leo. And your guides are saying have an open mind to change. You have a lot of eyeballage. That's what I'm going to call it. I know that's not a word. But, and you see how this looks weird? Something about this looks odd. That's what I mean about somebody giving you the evil eye. Somebody is just hyper focused on you, Leo. I said you're doing well for yourself. Things may be picking up. Somebody wants a piece of the pie, something that you're working for. They're trying to take something from you because of envy in your career. Or somebody might feel that you outshine them in some sort of way, Leo. So they're trying to take you down. So maybe that's why you might feel, some of you Leos, you've been having a hard time maybe making these advancements with your career. As hard as you've been working at this, because it definitely feels like somebody is running their mouth and trying to turn other people against you, or they're doing some sort of black magic on you persistently, like they don't stop, that sort of thing. Love, I guess this could be somebody that you love, but it just seems like somebody that maybe you do love or care about. They're not who you think they are, or they're not acting in a loving way. And if you had confusion, you had question marks about somebody that's in your energy this week, if you didn't have clarity at the beginning of this week, before this week is over, you're going to see the truth about either somebody that you're trying to link up with or somebody that you do have love for, platonic or romantic. I don't know. Ooh, yeah. Iris. Something's going on with your eyeballs, your sight, or somebody's name could be Iris. Trust somebody's working you, especially if you're a woman. You might work in a female-dominated industry, and somebody is trying to run you out of there. I don't want to say this stuff, I promise you. Somebody's a smoker, a heavy smoker, a chain smoker. On the lighter side of things, Leo, some of you might be expecting a baby. Some of you, on the not so light side of things, this is somebody that had a baby on you. You got a miracle that's coming your way, Leo. You've been praying for something for the longest. Your prayers have been heard. They're definitely being answered, Leo. You got some good news coming in for you as far as something that has been delayed. So that's what I mean. In spite of the fact that somebody's trying to prevent your success or block it, they can't. Your spirit guides come through to block something for you, okay? Not block something for you. Something that someone has blocked for you. Your spirit guides are removing this thing. You might have a key missing, Leo. You might be misplacing things. Maybe you might be discovering this key. You might be finding it. Whatever you choose will be correct. Maybe you are feeling a little bit dizzy. Whatever you choose will be correct. You got a big choice to make. Maybe it's about a move or whatever. You got a decision to make. It's going to work out for you. This is either you're going to move, you're not sure where to go. Burn away the past. Something, you're letting something burn. Somebody definitely burning candles. But be mindful. She got a cauldron in the background. I'm telling you, Leo, if you're not witchy or you're dealing with somebody who is, I don't know why that seemed like a stethoscope at first. You might need to go get, I don't know if you're getting an echocardiogram. Something's going on with your chest. Maybe you're having some chest pain. Chest compressions is what I hear. Maybe doing CPR on somebody. Are you in the healthcare industry, Leo? Possibly. That's what I see. The key is within your grasp. That's what I mean. You're finding a key. It pops up, something that you might feel is impossible. You're getting a breakthrough, Leo. Something that was blocked from you. You're getting cut by something. Anyway, something that you thought was impossible. This week, Leo, you're finding a solution. Do you see what I mean about somebody trying to curse you? You see these ropes and stuff around somebody's feet. Spirit guides come in to release you from that, to make something doable. All that to say, you got some success coming in. Align yourself to make some important choices this week, Leo. Somebody's been trying to stop you. Your spirit guides are putting a stop to them. Okay? Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Your angels, they got your back. Unless this is you doing this to somebody, the spirit guides are coming down on your head this week. You might be the witness of it too, Leo. You might be watching it play out. Not that you're looking for it, but I don't know. This feels like somebody is humiliated publicly as a result of trying to block something for you. And for some of you, this is a Leo doing this to somebody with Leo in their chart, and they don't know that you have Leo in your chart. Anyway, Sagittarius, you got to be dealing with a Scorpio. I can't even get my words out. Let me start over. Sagittarius, this may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Sagittarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for a Sag. You have Sag in your 7th house. Saggy, understand that this reading is general and that not every single thing in this reading may resonate with you. Please don't make rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own central energy, you can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Sag, we're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. I can guarantee you that. That's not your thing right now. Hey, my feelings won't be hurt if you click off. Let's get it, Sagittarius Nation. Let's see. Sagittarius. I couldn't stop saying Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. If it's not their sun, it's moon, their rising, their Venus, dominant sign. You're Sag Capricorn, some of you. Deceit. Someone Saggy might be viewing you as deceptive, or you might be coming across that. You might have a certain beliefs surrounding someone that you really value. You got an Aries, random. Saggy, you might be really good with animals. Somebody has lost you, or they're at the risk of, no, this is if they already did. Somebody feels like a clown, okay? They may not be showing you the fact that they know that they messed up, Sag. Some of you are in a third party situation. Hear me clearly. I'm not saying all of you are in a third party, but I'm saying some of you, and if you are, I think you would know that that's you by now, because this doesn't seem like this is a fresh and new situation. Maybe something was covered up at some point, but it's not anymore. So it's out in the open at this point that somebody is in a third party. Now, whether or not this is their feelings towards you, Saggy, that they feel like they made a mistake and maybe chose somebody else over you, and they're looking back in regret, feeling like a clown. Or this is somebody made a mistake in their relationship. Because you got a situation with temptation and deceit. And that's how somebody possibly got in the third party. Trust and believe, Saggies or cross watchers, somebody is either married or they're supposed to be in a committed relationship, but there's a situation with temptation, Saggy. Okay. Somebody has a happy home, supposedly. They're in a stable relationship, supposedly. Somebody might have tattoos on their hand, or just they're all tatted up, Sag. But somebody's in a relationship. Some of you, it looks like somebody feels like they made a mistake getting in a relationship. That's what I was looking for. That's what was like on the tip of my tongue. Okay. Yeah. Somebody did leave you for a third party. They definitely feel like they made a mistake. It's just right now somebody feels like they're kind of stuck in their situation and that there's nothing that they can do. Like they're either in a situation where they're being constantly controlled and watched by somebody, or they feel like they're married and it's not easy to get out of that situation, or they have kids, some sort of situation where it's complicated to kind of leave. This feels like somebody really wants to be with somebody else, or somebody wants somebody that's in a relationship with somebody else. And somebody feels like they effed up and lost somebody. Anyway, it seems like this week somebody is heavy with the posting, Sagittarius, trying to trigger you. You won't talk to them any other way, Sag. So it kind of feels like somebody's going to kind of go out of their way to say things, post something where they think that you're going to see it, to get you to react, to get you to call them or to talk to them. They might have too much pride to say something to you, so they want you to say it. They don't want to be the first one. They've been taking forever. Somebody wants to talk to you, but they've been taking forever. You've been dealing with a relationship with someone. You're waiting for somebody to commit. They're just going to be very slow to do this. And you might end up going your separate ways before this person will ever truly 100% commit the way that you want them to. You might even have a child with this person, or they have a baby mama that is just kind of like persistently hanging around and becoming problematic for your relationship. Maybe that's the person that they're creeping with, Sagittarius, a cross-watcher. Whoever this is, somebody is maybe creeping with somebody that's around them. Maybe this is a neighbor, somebody that lives near your home, but trust and believe me, okay, if you're not around this person, somebody feels like their relationship, they can't save it. They're trying to hold on to something desperately. And it just seems like it's time to let go. Sag cross-watcher. Some of you definitely have something going on legally. You got some sort of a legal case that you're concerned about that might be coming up. Maybe it's pending. I'm not sure. But it definitely feels like you're seeing the truth about something. You might want somebody. Sag, maybe somebody's been very persistent with you or problematic with you. It just seems like this week you're trying to, you come to see that somebody is not willing. You've been trying to sacrifice for something for so long and feeling like you're getting a brick wall in return. So maybe now you're seeing that this is that somebody's not willing. And maybe you might start to feel that someone will walk out on this connection. Some of you, this is the reason that you're going through a child custody case, or you have. Because if you're not going through a court situation this week, or it seems like you have past tense, you're dealing with somebody that likes to drink. Somebody might be running their mouth a lot, especially online, Sagittarius. You're dealing with a performer. But yeah, somebody's kind of drunk this week. Yeah, you might feel like somebody's is like kind of wasting your time. You might feel like somebody married you or married someone else and fake committed to somebody to keep them from nagging about commitment. But they're not really 100% in their heart committed. And you can definitely tell by their actions, Sagittarius. Somebody's trying to figure out what they should do. And somebody in the meantime is going to be masking their feelings. They're going to act like they're completely unaffected by the fact that maybe you haven't talked to them for maybe a year or more. Because it definitely feels like you're avoiding somebody. You want to avoid them. You've been avoiding them lately. You want somebody to make a change. Somebody, you might feel that somebody is coming back. You might actually already know, but you might not trust them. You might feel like they have ulterior motives, or that there's something else that maybe they want out of this situation that you have no interest in. Or maybe you do. I don't know. But this week you might be feeling as though somebody doesn't love you. Or Sagittarius, or cross watcher, somebody could be feeling this way about you. You might be having some miscommunications with someone. This could lead to overstep boundaries, or this is just the existence between you and this person. That's just your everyday kind of interaction with them, or at least lately. Somebody wishes that you would forgive. Saggy, they feel like you're holding on to a grudge, but they're not. Saggy, it just feels like somebody is just so hurt and appalled by something that they've come across that they just feel like it's not worth it anymore. And it may have something to do with this fire sign. You have a lot of animals in your reading, which leads me to believe, like I said in the beginning, maybe you work with animals. You have a gift with them is what I'm trying to say. You definitely do something online, or you have the potential to do something online. You might be, somebody is going through a trial. Maybe this is a public trial. Something might be happening publicly. Somebody might be up for parole. If someone is worried about the outcome of a legal situation, wondering if they will get jail time. If this is you kind of losing your composure with someone, Sagittarius, be mindful of the things that you do. Be mindful of being violent with someone, or someone being violent to you. You see what I mean? You're putting a lot of effort and sacrifice into somebody over and over again. You want something to be successful, but it seems like, I don't know, it's like jealousy. Somebody is jealous of your growth, jealous that maybe you come a long way, Sagittarius or cross watcher, because trust, somebody's watching you. You got a lot of people watching you. You got a move that's possibly coming up, or a decision about a move that's coming up, Sagittarius, that could be relevant to you. Some of you, you're feeling alone in a relationship, or maybe it's time to talk to your partner, Sagittarius, because they might be feeling like they feel alone, even though they're in a relationship and this is supposed to be a companionship. They feel like they can't say what they need to say, or say what's on their mind. They feel like they want you to take the lead sometimes, Sag or cross watcher. Maybe somebody feels like they always come and try to work things out with you. And they like, can you take the lead on it this time? It might be that type of thing. With your career, Sag, it definitely feels like you're coming a long way. You're going to see a lot of growth. You have a particular goal in mind, or a particular gift. And it feels like this is the thing that helps you to stand out. And maybe you might be taking a chance on that, Sagittarius. It seems like it might bringing you some very positive results. You see what I mean? Maybe you have a cat. Maybe you're spending a lot of time with your pets this week. Or definitely an Aquarius. Worried about jail time. Somebody is in jail. Wow. Something's going on with this. You might be getting a call from someone that is in jail. I'm not sure what this is about, Saggy. But you might be meeting some new friends, Sagittarius, if you're open for it. Some of you own your own business, by the way, and maybe there's a Capricorn this week that might help you realize that. Somebody this week, Sagittarius, has the need for control, and they might be obsessed with it. And this might be somebody that you have a power struggle with, and it could be a Cancer. It could be somebody that you live with, maybe a Gemini. There's some sort of communication. If you're not talking to this person, you might need to talk about something, Sagittarius. Or somebody feels that they need to, and it's like the answer is no. It just seems like somebody is like, no, give me my space. or no, I've seen enough and I'm good. I mentioned to you that you have a gift for something. Some of you, this is a spiritual gift. It definitely feels like your gift is being enhanced and that you're really destined to succeed at something that you're interested in this week. Sagittarius, is somebody cheating and somebody cheating back? That's what this feels like to me, Sagittarius. And yes, the police might get involved in your situation. That just feels this way. And somebody is going to run their mouth. Somebody's ratting somebody out. That's what this feels like. Unless you just have a lot of vermin. It could be in the form of people. Maybe you have a lot of critters around you, Sagittarius. And maybe you just have an exotic, unusual pet. I'm not sure. But yeah, whatever this is that was just overwhelming you, overtaking you at the beginning of this week and having you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. It could be a person, but this could definitely be something just with you. Just this could be your inner atmosphere. Things don't seem so complicated by the end of the week. You might be noticing a lot of bugs though. Maybe there's a Scorpio around you, Sagittarius. That's what I mean. You got critters, you got bugs, you seeing something that's going on. Yeah, bring your charger, Sagittarius. Your phone battery might be a little bit low at a time that you need to get in contact with somebody. Trust your intuition. Your spirit guides are whispering something to you, but this is something that you already know. I don't know why that reminds me of maybe you're in an interracial relationship. Maybe you, Sagittarius, are mixed race. Yes. You're remembering something. This feels like it's a person. Someone's passing, the death date of someone's passing might be coming up. I specifically heard Cancer. Somebody could be a Cancer. Maybe somebody passed away of cancer. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Sag Nation? Somebody is just on one when they've had something to drink, Sagittarius. Like somebody is a depressed drunk. Anything else for the Sag Nation? Somebody is definitely part of the LGBTQ community. For some of you. Maybe your kids are getting into sports. It seems like you're definitely able to put together some sort of game plan when it comes to your work. Okay. Like I said, you got some success that's coming out of that, but you might feel like you have somebody at work that has betrayed you, if work or school or whatever. If it's not you, then it's somebody around some sort of deception. All right. With that, Sagittarius, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions.